and then qualify.
Oh, no, in football, there is a any kind. Said be a call by Marquis. And yes, they were extraordinary, or they were better off than hearts of folk.
Okay.
But in football, when your chances are and you don't make good use of it, opponent in your pride now will capitalize on it. Now they are winning the match. And that was exactly what happened. I mean, we were putting it at the back of our side now. And then we are now concentrating towards this Sunday match.
Okay. Now, Alaji, unyini ese coach Samobodu kwa yeno na mo appoint assistant coach or do kwa yeno enya nsusu so has Africa iso.
How the mesra will say I mean almost 3-0. We are looking towards what is coming on Sunday. And yes, Coach Buedu Asem and also whoever. Mumienka nieda yenimno. And then the boy, as you say, find some be free baby when there is no any story. You get me? And to myself.
Okay.
But let's go forward.
Okay. A very important pass Sunday game here. But and no be buy say Marco back money some Samobodu din komo so besa so back for the return leg no bibisa ho.
Dear radio stations. At times they may be a mutamum stories there. Anyway, media all I know is on our kind of meeting and not pay. I have no any knowledge about it.
Okay. Now, Alaji, has I be paying? When in premier no trim, may be Mudi can be a crash posted, may be a Boston and Clay posted my over 10 results. A bimu GDS and a difficult answer over 10. No, a bibe to Messi on Sunday, Anna.
That's what I just spoke with one of your sister radio stations in Kumasi. And on America. 50 time yeah free a Bamako by social media, phone fresh calls. I mean I didn't even expect some of the kind of same comments, but to be honest, Obia Kotamadri, Obetimia Kamadri, which is perfectly, I have to respect it. But so many kind of say, look at Hasselhoff team for some years back now. We have 10 national team players ever Hasselhoff currently.
Yeah.
Both local and foreign. Apart from the 6 we have here local. Lawale Mamani is there. Kaba is there. Can you say Yasan Woho and Yawalinda? And then why not bet me a catch them say this particular team, Yan Shisha team and we have a very good team. In football, there are times you will not get your day. And that's the way I see it. But nothing is impossible, especially when it comes to football. Supporters on that day come Sunday. We need to cheer up this team very well. Those that will do them I believe at the end of the day, we should be able to turn this result.
10 Ghana cities, 20 Ghana cities, 50 Ghana cities, 70 Ghana cities, our Crash Sports Stadium. Alaji, Ebuano,
Field action and Yakumasin in Potemhankwa and Utie Fagana Hababia and crying 92.9 unsa ekan live and so uko Go TV unsa ekan live or channel no 173 DSTV channel no 364 and also unsa ekan digital television Kessben unsa ekan was so multi TV decoder no Kessben TV ye was so mpamjo uko Facebook and miamia hudopi Kessben TV unsa ebekai oboso the message eba program yi eswa number ni 05515999933 055159999 double three unsa ebekan kakra bi na odi aba na fi yetima kenkan krankra enso ede amamo and attention ni nyina no ebeko UEFA Champions League games ekoso ene emu ensem bebrebe said the man for eka ho asem ye papa ene tomorrow push Mason Mount my referee eji penalty san share san ede red card no eche tomorrow no eno ena akofa sempi abasan ena usi ya uhu no yene experts ni bi ebekasa ho na omoso akire omadwen krankra said pandit ahodo edi omadwen kire aba afri Europe ne miamia ahodo no all right ye to aso na enye Chelsea ene AC Milan kwa ena editai so match ahodo p enso ekoso results in the tables no 4 games ena sese obia abo saying and I becall I could be 2 games. A here for likely so met me I qualify a here for and I sell question marks ACC or more anim and there games ni be a becoso Nina Munsen wano I de Bremo. FIFA I release Sika $209 million say yemfama a place omobesia kai a World Cup no debia club bia o player ABC akan e wo Qatar 2022 no de bia FIFA say ma o club no $10,000 enya sam kitu akra nti we release ka no $209 million e be cover sa de nyina e mu sense bobo no ye de Bremo Amadou Phoenix say ejina edim say onye NFF president ebium Alhaji Ibrahim Gassao ono ena atake over awashe adwumase ewo Nigeria as NFF president. FIFA under 17 ema ball enso ahyase ewo India na Africa reps ayoho Morocco Brazil ehom kabako omo antimi anti sanso ena Germany enso eso Nigeria mu ehye omo ekamienu so a team back we any small dopi any beti every amanone na fi yabe memha yabe head the ebekoso weekendi and so nyasam kitwa kra na bibo kwasiada hat of folk omone AS Bamako in any first leg no 3 goals and a hat egiye ewo Mali na second leg no kwa pia so ha se ombe over tennis score line no na omayi AS Bamako Ephraim na sen na onso oka emunsem pi for messages no bra na djuma no NCP ntentem yanko Tony Montana ho na yenhwa manenze makra baba no de bre ansana Kwame Miki Checheku at the local stories na enso abrain Tony meet you
Wallenty tell a friend, say me for us in Jumed, know, ya the air bro, and run us so, 7 summer echo so uncle for cross so, Yanko Enra, 9th of the Champions League, the games outdoor, hit me air so and pina, and so air bus, but before then, when him say Enra Numre, the beto draw all the tabloids, a reporter saying Mbappe, then he engine to pursue free PSG, either this winter, January, and after season, when summer, and also a bit me FPS Jaco Club or Nebeto Jano, all the pandits to be a church and Arjun and Ferdinand, my United legend, also way ASM Kessie, also Mbappe, or Nagasa Bonten, now Obe confirm say Ampa, so pursue free PSG, and I say Niquan say, or free PSG on Beso be free ho, also Oba Bonten, Ebekasa, because I some way ASM Kessie, or Nagasa, Emekasa for Yentin Sama, Ferdinand, Edia Tuja.
I don't know. We were just talking about it before we came on air. Do you believe it? I mean, it's quite extravagant news that we're hearing that he's demanding to leave in the January window. The reports are suggesting that that's fact. I think we have to wait really to hear it from the horse's mouth. It could be just rumours, but there's been a lot going on around him recently. He's disgruntled with the sponsors within the French national team that he doesn't agree with and doesn't want to be associated with. They say that he has to have a say on transfers coming in, going forward after he signed his new deal. So if these things are true, there's a lot of power for a young man to be having in the game. You just want people to concentrate on their game and play the game. There's all this extracurricular stuff. You should leave that to other people, but I want to hear it from him. I'd love to see an interview from him and see if it's true.
Man United great Rio Ferdinand on Mbappe Sobeko and also on and story beto Jano and watch na dwene kakra e de afon Joko so that not to former Chelsea and England omo winger or say as a negativity air around the boy and ne obeto no some pie a enhyeda enye papa yente Joko on Mbappe.
The amount of supposed power he's been given by the club, you know that, but it'll be easy for Kylian to come out. There's so many platforms to go. Listen, guys, this is the situation. I'm with my team, and we're going to get ready. I'm looking forward to the weekend, just to kill it. But he just, you know, he's obviously him and his people just letting it be out there for whatever reason we won't know. But what, like Annie said, you watch him, and he amazing talent, but he strikes of immaturity. You can see that as an ex-player watching him play by his body language. He should be just, you know, trying to, you know, everything Messi, just linking up with Messi, learning from him on the pitch and off the pitch, but he seems to be like throwing tantrums.
Joe Cole, a former Chelsea player on Mbappe. Also, where the Mbappe waiting the 1 second Achilles our story, no, say no credit and answer no credit. Oh, you talk about big game, me concentrate on the game story. I be told Jano and no credit afterwards. Me the details. Ebe bananka kill be biya tiawa. Now so player in the team no. As more am a sad way so negative around the boy no. We Joe Cole in some cry. And also I can edit after Mbappe until Henry. Was it player there? A trebia now when in position now coach Eddie amount or no call no coach ne born out of position and so on am or several club unity or tiase saying Mbappe in ninja position na Christophe Gartier you na or your player on your coach na said yeah and fa Emma Bonasa born and you may cost no career muno I say aso dodo yenti Henry.
Did they make him feel that the club was the most important thing, or they make him feel that he was more important than the club? Mm-hmm. And I think at one point for me, and I will use my own stories, and I know you guys will understand. I didn't like to play high and wide at Barcelona. I hated it, but I had to do it for the team. I didn't like after 100 caps and I don't know how many goals I played, and I scored, sorry, for France, 51. I had to go and play on the left. I didn't hear anyone saying, oh, what a nice gesture to go and play on the left for others are less goals than me and less caps. But at one point, I always remember there's only one rule. The boss is asking you to do something, you do it for the good of the team. And your team is winning. If your team was losing, I would...
Coach no any boss, epeso ye bibi mana. Yemano na kuma so ade de ope ene begina etini kwan so ye player o ye otherwise ni kwan say wotimi eyesa ono obasa no no be so be bon chenchen nanso nam club ni ho do any coach ni nti otimi eye we ene nsem onri enso e de atudwa yenko eno game a Ukraine club Shakhtar and Madrid boy the most important thing and the beautiful aspect of the game football united and remember brave and eba eno earlier 7-year-older over Ukraine ne mama ne papa ehwere ye olusuomo entokwa Ukraine and Russia ekono say Shakhtar and adapt parents said am akoda no enra onyakonya ene Luka Modric ekohia na onana kasa on phone video call enra the earlier Konya ene Luka Modric so etimi ehia ye enra game a Real Madrid so ene Shakhtar e boy ya earlier akoda no eni wadi just 7 years enra one Modric ehia ye Emma Modric edi ni jersey Emma na oswani autographs eyoko ene ma akoda we oye I'm only parent and my mama papa and so etimi every mona sports director edi Emma Shakhtar aye daddy Sena e comment say enno na ka akoda ne be percent ka Shakhtar e be shema do so draw no ama akoda ne ra ho kakra enyema e be koyam de omo next game omo de earlier be Saba Park na akoda ne re etimi achichi yente sporting director hede Emma Shakhtar Donetsk Darijo Sena.
Proud of you. Got to say you must be proud of yourself as well. You got the young boy here, Ilic, yeah? Ilya. And what was the experience like for him?
He's a little bit sad as well because we didn't win the game, but okay, he will be with us like last game. I think that last game we will decide everything in this group. Depend, okay, of course, we have next game in Celtic, but we are still in. Sporting
director Emma Shakhtar on Ilya 7-year-older Olusini parents I want to call Russia and Ukraine for a say Shakhtar for now and our adopted parents. Say when your mama and papa for or more take care of Sarkodan. The next game against Celtic on Mesa da Kodano Abba Park Enra Neraho because draw it's me AP Tony Cruz or a Real Madrid player or say or boy Ukraine players all over the world Obama Basu pass and may more than Palmo. Some of my any Russia air connection players no and they are too much now on ball or Taumachi a bold decision as our players no or I take it Tony Cruz at the Kakra Eddie Jai.
I mean, for us less, but of course, especially Ukrainian players. I mean, it's in general, the last couple of months, it's I mean, very very difficult situation to think in even in playing football at this time. For that, truth heads up for them because I mean what they play, how they fight, how they are able to concentrate on the less important thing called football. It's a lot of respect for that. But of course, at the end, I mean, we're here to play the Champions League game. So
Tony Cruz, Real Madrid midfielder, on an 60, and an assist, and a boy man Madrid, 80 enya equalizer, and no, Echo Rudiger proud goal on also Timmy Kwashe, and Tony Cruz, a boy Ukraine players all over the world, about so say, or more than a corner to Manchia. Air concentrating or park ne sojuma enough of the full Champions League incident to see our park ne Chinenko Park and Kasaso. Yenko Man City game amko Denmark and FC Copenhagen. Ekobo goalless. Issues mienu and PMU. Bako a Man City almost a perfect goal. Rodri Thunderbolt, long range pa. Now so eventually VAR so brought up to the goal. Bono Echo bought Marison said the issue our Kessben Yankasa for Nation to go away F pan so anti engine after the game. Pep Guardiola said VAR one thing may be asset handball say in semi pre and a bafa hon a boy sa and edge a boy sa Niquancy edge a time of brain and a gym infringement at the mouth time of brain and the giant Emma Bono so it's me a flow. Pep Guardiola say or you're a bit confused because as a consistency and shada and 20 and my goal almost share VAR. Eka said there be ejina enye because brought up to the goal ball no eka ball Riyad Mahrez nsa Man City so enya penalty no na area ball and a defender and attack and call and a bond between defender and so and my referee no penalty the Man City na so penalty na buy no Riyad Mahrez eko jina ball no chi no ball no and my penalty no and so etim say another controversial incident another issue see here hey game across San Siro Chelsea omko share kamienu a AC Milan entimi anti Fikayo Tomori ekonya red card na red card na chi no yasaje penalty esan so etia no nti eye penalty anase enye penalty sense bebre anenkofo kan Jorginho say a penalty minimum red card ne a 2 Sandro Tonali or say a ridiculous any embarrassing Stefano Pioli or say after the game okay can adwene a chair referee the bro from papa de then so okay can adwene a chair referee former referee am Cesari or say we dey a non-existing penalty and a referee no AJ Eddie Emma Chelsea award winner and some of the doors so a many call you know we snake fancy Godfather. All right
then fancy her Kwame Miki Atranse enjoy local source no ebebre ma menhwe mo messages no kakra na de aka nyina no yemfa enka ho emma mo Kwame Miki Hunsam Doso. I'm back again. It's Genius from Amwafo. You see, Chelsea fans were crying because they sold Tomori after watching the 2 legs. What are your thoughts of him? You see clearly that he is outdated version of Smalling and future Maguire. Okay. All right. The Odin guy Eddie Abre no. Good morning, Nana Yao Akwapa, no Kwafo, formerly of Osimpam FM, our Winneba. Please, I want to ask if a goalkeeper gets injured whilst conceding no goal, and the second keeper who came in conceded a goal or 2. There's the first goalkeeper who got injured and didn't concede, keeps a clean sheet or not. My greetings to Andy and the entire crew. Nana Yakwapa, no for inside Kaswa. And now the message a free abrain and anope na Kaswa for etiseng. Good morning, watching you live from Brekum, aka Chilling Town. Brekum, you're Chilling Town, right? You guys are doing a great job. I love Kessben Sports forever. Kojo guy. Udwe every Brekum and Abre. Hey, Brekum, come here, dear grow holder. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still I hope Benny pa.
I hope Benny pa.
Still.
To me go show for about 3 days.
Of course.
Okay, those days now. Lawyer. There be lawyer. Ohini so no krom yo.
Of course. Na mata ko chile pa wo sampan comedy nkra.
Yeah. Yes. Jinawa only jina.
What be fadi the
Me and can't really influence here.
Chilling pa.
Heart of us should not make any attempt to qualify on Sunday to avoid an intense embarrassment ahead. In a meeting with USM of Algeria in the next stage. Prof. Udwefri Adumanu and Abreye. Brekum Fwe, Good morning, Uncle Joe. Chelsea played well last night. I think the coach is proving us wrong. I'm Charlene watching you live from Accra. Kokomlemle. Okay. Hi to all workers of climate technology. Okay. Charlene, also dear, I don't know. Coach you jai. Grand Potter. Oh yeah. Good. Yeah. Grand Potter. Oh, yeah, just me who were having fun. Hey. Good morning to you and your knowledgeable crew. Kylian Mbappe has now regretted for not discussing for what? Something he made intending Madrid's call down. Anyway, it's not yet over. It should come to the winning team if you want the Ballon d'Or like Big Benz. I'm Danny Flexure, with the free hefa tinkong ekwapem monfanche me pa sementimi amodini ya daniwa utro na namse na worase. All right, good morning. Abrante Kwame Spoiled there is my name and Crowfrom is the location. How to force you forget about Africa and concentrate on the GPL. Africa no dear ayeka. Clearly we are kutokoni enye mwasem ena omo 80 kra. Liverpool will beat Rangers by 3-0. Apostle, like Unaudiwi and so Abraham. Like Nadiba Minim say Aika, like. Real Madrid should take advantage of Mbappe this time. Greetings to Andy Kem. We are free Abila. Donkron Nkwanta and Kranza South, Bono East region. Now we a free eba Abila. And second message, and so ha. Kwama mini no be free on amenti on kakra. Little dia canon so aba. Akwasi buachi the way free kwabenya. And Abre. Good morning to you, Sergio, and your panel. Please, I want to Andikem say on Milan's red card yesterday. In my view, the only thing that should have prevented the red card was for the referee not to blow the whistle. As soon as the whistle was blown for a foul, the rule applied. God bless your good work. Yeah, that's Akwasi Buachi. Yetia Kwabenya for ina Kwame Miki.
Mid City Auto Services Limited. Mid City Auto Services Limited.
Yes.
DVLA approved center. Yes. General. Okay. Machine se war no.
Na mitini ntema. Anka manko semi mro baby.
Oh. Hi. Goro boys and Juicy Candy.
We na abba. Wabira minya no better baby. Better.
And them now be say
Ghana ye say nka pressure I war baby be say passport office one I Brazil enya nyoma bi no
esubetwa esubetwa je no wakasempa
oh yes
ye de kokoko baby bibria esubetwa
keswetwa na
ko divile ho na nipa bresa
as a deba na koso every day
say the Miss City Auto Services Limited
our
Bantama Royal Gas premises on Royal Gas premises on ye be Lebanon Club I want be ya Mid City Auto Services Limited ewo DVLA approved center dwumadi aye dinie ye pre-inspection of new vehicles o new vehicle no car foforo na wato no ye be inspection amount ye na be hwehwe car no nyema ye hu car no nyema wi a ansa na registration no etimi ago through at the amount niema uko DVLA obekwa akoye no se de uko eye Mid City Auto Services Limited a ye betima sanya mane nyina at the amount ye the machines papa efi Germany na aba experienced workers and more wo metime tu sana mono a day amount and it is sending so wo kan insurance ewu ye beye e the amount and na so kan roadworthy no ewu ye beye e the amount registration and na pesa wo ye be register kan e the amount o kan no se wa utwi na wantum se nyema bi nkoye mfa ma wa bo ba ye be inspection the machines e be sisika ne so ahwehwe o kan nim na pomden e the amount e bi ni se pre-inspection ye be ye e the amount o roadworthy na ewu no o sticker na ewu no ye be renew e the amount eno koda nchen wheel alignment o kan no person check alignment u justie nima na kan na etwe kofa ye be ye alignment na ma u justie nima kan na be kototin o break nu tie mu na epo wona mu o break nu tie so a entimi nchiye ye be bomoden na etima ye de ma o suspension no etisen o kan no headlamp no etisen ye be testing nyina de ma o kan no etuo ngusie no esu betwa de ma wa eye Mid City Auto Services Limited DVLA approved center your bantama former Royal Gas premises on your Lebanon Gas Lebanon Club your number 0594 522 262 0594 522 262 for your number we so ya bejo so
the one stop shop no maybe
the bia we see there Mid City let say wo krom
oh yes
no traffic fa ha no adu ko ne anya o kan ye ma
yeah me ko
insurance wu
almost insurance companies will be on premises wo you know in here so was call be before
deputy okay insurance
no
be ni na ama bia koso e de amount
do de adwuma ba nyame nshira no
pa said okay no yema emie mu na pressure free baby baako per passport pressure Charistic Ventures one of the Zahara Man capsules na bedwa so nom Zahara Man capsules ekwani pedue ma ebeboa en nom Zahara net so ne oba ekwa akoda ebe felu nom Zahara ebe ni pedue ma djuma e de ma Zahara mixture G capsules ye num bom wonum se dre bom a discharge no ojo nso anyama fita bi di ekire rashes bi egu be ma no ekuro toto be ma no anase wenya eye osa e wo be ma no e ma nye problem STD bia wenya bia gonorrhea syphilis for when it's Charistic Ventures woman dry a feno Zahara mixture Zahara G capsules no one no boom some problem nisu betwa e de amount why you do Charistic Ventures and the aba your number is 0555 481 382 obetima frɛ o number we so bo frɛ be jo so na nkomo bi obia no ye ne mo enso adi Kel Chaco toothpaste no toothpaste papa anopa bi etwitwi yese ansa ne kodware obetwitwi osi a ayusu Kel Chaco no eno na papa de mane papa ne so twitwi osi a amase ye fita de mane papa ne so twitwi osi a nyeme bi akosi so osim ebe yi efiro de amaw abema pampan foforo abawonum de amaw enunti ena so yusu Kel Chaco toothpaste Dominion herbal powder aye powder aye yusu na say yare mentra on kase me yare yo ebekumi o me yare edemi ko dabi bomodin nanum adura betu yare na se edema o pressure na haw debia wo de duro so no nom aye Dominion herbal powder ni bi pressure ne be normal edema wo bia empower problem be na wo o diabetes wo bia immune system na wo dinim yare bia tibi bow o stroke and so spinal cord problem o heart problem and a juntiminda obia danu ntiminda wo ye obia honam tutu wo joint no unya pains wom aye Dominion herbal powder and betu sa problem na se ediamao Angels Dominion Herbal Center Limited and omede abedwa so adum aseda house wo ba dudo bia pebia no won sabetimi aka mentna ema yare encounter pedro betu yere na se ede ama Dominion herbal powder OPK charger ne charger papa kope OPK charger ne bi na UC nansana no Ronaldo Virginia Daromenti and the picture of the day no a day eba bomade na ko your Facebook ne Kessben television okowa na fe ye the picture ne beto so obe share program no na fe wa comment na wa like program no picture ne de beto so no uhu a ye be cho 30 Ghana cedis airtime 30 Ghana cedis momo why na de cho Ronaldo Virginia Daromenti and ye de be cho and then one picture and ye de to so hwe picture why ne na yemfa 30 Ghana cedis airtime and fancho when that television is no ko Facebook na ko onipa ko din fakoto ne encho 30 Ghana cedis airtime 30 Ghana cedis momo yemfancho OPK charger no aye charger papa munya OPK charger ni bia ena be boa ma o charger o phone na wo charge no a charging 10 times so e the amount we use Android phone we use type C iPhone and now use for one charger nan charge sa phone simiensa we nyina emfama enye charger we the way o plug away no plug away debi one charger a charge iPhone a charge Android a charge type C at the amount a quick and a fast anunti kope OPK charger ni bi na use the money dem sonkron say charger no kra no ahoma no wa baby we dey say socket ni ma wo ha na otia na we use OPK charger no enu na papa kope bi na use any accessory shop bia no obenya bia to your number aye 0242497133 0242497133 for number we so ya bejo so ni abo OPK there obia jetum se aye charger papa kope charger ni bi na usu AUC BB ede aye apple cider vinegar no ede bejo so Dew Pharmacy ene de aba na Dew Pharmacy apple cider vinegar no aye vinegar a boost to immune system no aye vinegar a boa ema skin no etoso ye edema aye vinegar ekoni pedue ma ema digestion take place in them aye vinegar ekoni pedue ma eboa na regulate aduane die enye aduane ntentem aduane bia be hu bia no na opebie di nom apple cider vinegar no na solve sa problem no emfama na aduane die bebrawudi ema wo ye kese no esuntwa emfama Dew Pharmacy Limited ene dia ba upebia to 0202502153 health organic product no aye papa Healthy Health Limited woman on the aye product e de bedwaso woman the Healthy Lux aba Healthy Lux no de yemanie obi oyematim gas ejina oyem wafunu abloti akese you see Healthy Lux ni bi wan hwe na benya koko yare wan hwe na benya sisi yare ye the Healthy G e de aba Healthy G oba timinom bema usu timinom wonum Healthy G bia gonorrhea syphilis bilharzia infection ojonso na bema mi ya ojonso tentem ojonso na pe oba wasiwo sisho Healthy G and be solve problem in your Healthy Lady capsules o libido our form untia tinka bia onya white oba wasiwo kika o menses no embeye Healthy Lady capsules no and be solve problem in your Healthy Man capsules bema obobo adwuma ye bema oni oba siema sese na ho aba bema untimi enyum oba Bomadin na use healthy man capsules ni bi and no and the best solve some problems when na at the amount Healthy Health Limited woman jodi aye papa your number 0594422921 0594422921 for number we so wo frɛ a ye bɛboa ne mansa etimi aka edroni bi na wo so wetimi akwa use classic ointment aye ointment papa use classic ointment ni bi now use classic ointment ni bia wona mani yare bia ebeko ediamao obi a pimples egu anim obi a rashes egu ho dwiba enkrosa ho a ena wo trase eye classic ointment obi a empono wenya kokum te classic ointment na fetua obi a wenya white use classic ointment wasi opampa na free oba no eye classic ointment ena be solve problem no e de amao any drugstore chemical shop bia no obenya bia to Your number 0248 242222 T74 eye dropa wonum T74 ebebo wie papa num T74 na enyo ni pedwe ne madwuma any bacteria infection disease any viral infection disease when your kidney problem when your liver problem or lungs problem eye T74 0244 202 239 and a picture of the day Ronaldo Virginia Daromenti aye de baye no eye coach anowoka coach o coachi eye Samates boboko no ona nne de picture to so o hwe picture ya coach anowoka nenne general yenya winner obi antime wini coach anowoka ni
we the assistant crowd
ani
assistant crowd
ti obi antime wini ne nti 30 no ho
they united I'm saying before so bakotoko and after be before so boss and kotoko I know can no dinem papa
no boss
I know can say 8 and I visa
8
I know can the 50
okay
offensive midfielder visa
okay o she ne
me know can oh me know can achepa na na dini anyum na dini o visa dini okay urafi but Thomas we no boy yes o dini o
Itanoka
omuzo ko to legend
musu say na o support ko say ka di dimbem jola ke
me na me butu ana mbona
dem say na so support we one number 1 fan jola ke na so ka dia
be meti o him to no okay all right abejo for transition monsem no mu kakra na okay and again bacha say bibia e koso kama de
you know na me adom
ene yankopon asipa all right yebesha see free Champions League na nsema hodo a Tony de ba no wo ba kwa na mi no bi ho ansa na the Champions League sensem no abre amanfo okay intina de ho enso I don't know Isaac Edway free Kwasiman Barcelona is winning today. Isaac Odiaude Abre ne Anope and so I don't know. I said, was this a red card? Hey, Chelsea for Forever United, glory, Manchester United. Prince Dakon Ahin, aka Friction, would we if we Bushen and Abre Friction. Many Judino, Papa Friction. Okay, Andy,
you know.
Games no emwe.
I'm say we are very interested in Mbappe stories.
Oh yes, some can say no your story aba. Na am for church Romadri panditi church Romadri. Ba crowd dey say Rio Ferdinand. Or say Mbappe. Why no ho kakraka ache PSG. Also why no ho kakraka ache PSG. E shoku binum so say I didn't ask me by and quickly on my cassette and cry and cry. No, Jana man hangy. Time out, him say, yeah, but Champions League. I won't hear or no Mbappe. It seems or you're bigger than the club.
They are making it look like as if he is bigger than the club. Because I share the Sheikh, a friend on the Kasaye, Nema Mensem, Emmanuel Macron, SUB Rem, Abe convince Kelly Mbappe to stay. And again, the PSG team due to be a French team, no, they need a French player. I'll be an iconic figure and a poster boy within the setup. They are struggling to compete in Europe. The last time Omoye big in Europe was way back in 1993-1994. Abra Olympic Marseille winning the Champions League. The last time back close, Paris Saint-Germain losing to Bayern Munich Portugal. The last time we almost back close, AS Monaco against Porto. Almost lose Champions League final. Into the so-called Farmers League. Omo mo di Europe ni wo fem. Bana tapi mo emre. Jean-Michel Ola mo emre. Monaco de omo a talent factory no mo ton players. Lille a talent factory no mo ton players. René Mon cannot come back again because they don't have the financial muscle to compete with the very best. Olympic Marseille there, omo ba ko na omo agina e na omo gina so e na gina omo de twema so di twampoa of France. So they will need a team that will be supportive based on internal politics and
the French nation in na made the France at Miako, European market and Aquaton, no matter how to ye. In TS idea, Lionel Messi will fear 30 plus. Neymar ever 30 or 30 plus. So all these players all analyze the situation now. Injury worries for Neymar. Lionel Messi is set to retire so soon after the World Cup. Obia expect to be BB from Messi. Inti I was seeing an iconic figure in the French team. You beat him the near turn so build everything around Kylian Mbappe. Inti over 3 years now, the man, no, you know, he will earn 251 million euros. So, sir, renew 2025. They will give him 153 million euros. And I'm the man brand friend Kylian Mbappe. Now, Mbappe dia to also better na. E also omo and near man so as a player, I believe so omo ya beboa. And no catch omo say the South American guys no draws with team nim dodo. E kobasa Neymar and Messi ebenya power channel. Into straight away almost chepo Fabian and Joe De Maria obi antia CBC ne. Then omo ma branch your friend Leandro Paredes score. Straight away obi the connection between Luis Ocampos and Antero Henrique obebo within the transfers. And again, Luis Ocampos adwumone Monaco yeah, well connected with Kylian Mbappe. And I'm confident so my sporting director. And I'm confident a French coach in Christopher Galtier. So my France coach, my PSG coach. Now Mbappe he has certain players around him. Into the French guys within the setup. So we should Paris Saint-Germain team now. Omo first 11 now na so be a fitter. Abranti e a personal campaign binkwa and the only French player I'll be team do oni ato no so say. Or ye France ni or started or Paris Saint-Germain alongside Kylian Mbappe. Internally, Mbappe is not strong. He needs French players. Now, I'm promising to say, the Orient Chomene, I'll call Real Madrid in the Beba, the Osman Dembele Beba Bekano, so that the French connection be so strong within the setup. A man for failure, no. Now, the issue about Mama name and Monton name and I'm going free will to play within the setup, no. You know, Christopher Galtier Bayano said that he's coming to build his team around Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. Inti Juan was squashy. Mama Neymar. And let's not forget the interview of Nasser El Khelaifi. Any Luis Ocampos and some Kai. Inti Neymar no atsana. Mbappe enya French for no. Neymar opeso konso. Neymar da so. Now dear Bionaka, just after a game, France boy against Austria. And Mbappe in an interview no omuka say ball ya boy ni say the ositwi players he say ye there. You tell who this kind of performance e wo PSG and I say onya the free role e mo e wo Paris Saint-Germain team nim enti na performance omo pese batro no onya. Mbappe was promised so omo beto Robert Lewandowski e de na ba no ba be gina ni mo de amomo enti wo hwa ensem omo ne kan a omo asho on say he will operate from the left no omo the striker but because I don't na Kylian Mbappe pe enti in the French national team or Olivier Giroud no that been come from so that be obenya space there to America no. Back in Monaco, he had Radamel Falcao Garcia Zarate the El Tigre at the arrowhead with Mbappe on the left. At PSG, he's the arrowhead, he's the center forward with Neymar and Messi behind him. Again, another promise and the role on the field of play was not granted for Kylian Mbappe. It's general, a bossa omodi until yesterday, penalty ne ba ya okobo ye no. Na Neymar start taking over the penalty responsibilities. Inti Mbappe Boshe, apart from Siko and Nsaka and General, and not just any of the promise Oma for failure at the Amano. And Mbappe feels that he's disappointed and some catch in and the reason why the boy want to leave. But se utie Rio Ferdinand. Thierry asemo kan no ya asemo e say Mbappe tie na General or the two ne hofo. Also, Thierry Daniels, when he joined Barcelona, he was asked to play on the left. But Thierry say, even in the presence of David Trezeguet, who was the arrowhead for France in the 2006 World Cup, Obianim said, only Dennis Bergkamp and Jinani mu edema the Arsenal invincible side. Ubehu Henry saw far right, Ubehu saw far left. But he is the main man within the setup. But Barcelona no. there was Samuel Eto'o, there was Lionel Messi. Inti Thierry Henry due to mu kokoda nchen. So Okache Mbappe say he should sacrifice for the setup. The free run Mbappe epeno general. Say Neymar ho na Messi ho Mbappe unya free run because the creative outlet Amodeba on the field of play, you don't even belong to quarter of it. The Neymar de beba, the Messi de beba, Mbappe any a quarter of the creative spark, the creative outlet any of the two beba. And he must accept the penalty responsibility to obey me at it. Very soon Neymar will leave the scene, Messi will leave the scene, obey take responsibility. But the reality is that when you have two top quality materials within the squad, there was no way you be the poster ball of the side.
Neymar any Messi level, no? Are you saying say Mbappe Ndruho?
He's not even half of them.
Wow. Mbappe.
He's not even half of them. Half Mbappe. So what the Neymar quality to go. Now the Messi quality to her. He's not even half of them. Mbappe. You know.
One player. Sisi wama PSG. I kesepa. I very attractive. I Mbappe. I say Neymar. And I say Messi.
The truth is that last season Messi was not on form. Neymar plug of injuries. So it was Mbappe. But even with him, even with him, he gave them.
Mbappe.
No, I agree. That last season he was ahead of them. But this season is he ahead of the two? No.
Wow.
This is he ahead of the two? No.
Okay.
That is the reality. And when those players are fit, he doesn't come close to half of them. Messi fit no so obebobo. Neymar fit no so obebola. The omodebebo park so Mbappe team for half man. So he must accept it. Those guys, you need them to perform. He's the only player in the world that all Messi and Neymar behind him Obekasa. He's the only player. No player will do that. So Messi and Neymar will watch it, and you are still talking. Only Kylian Mbappe and the best side.
Yes, because we do that level.
You know, do that level no way. We watch Mbappe day in day out. Level no do no way. But I watch PSG versus Benfica after watching the Chelsea game. Level no see you
player Ben or PSG say obey the most expensive CCA. Mbappe.
Yes.
Yet only Messi.
It is because of his age. In fear Messi one in fear Neymar one fane de toto. And that is a factor. I agree. He has a lot of.
Why na sponsors near the be no true edomusika ba be wura PSG.
All these things comes into him because he's yes.
Still on room Messi. Messi did now can Messi.
I'm talking about this season line Messi and this season Neymar.
Okay.
Rangnick was a better player than David Beckham, but within the Manchester United setup, who attracted sponsorship? It was David Beckham.
Okay.
It doesn't mean David Beckham was a better player than Rangnick.
Okay.
You uncrophobia or what? Yankopon di adiacha omu. Zinedine Zidane enyebi. No matter the obey you know, that level of charisma, that level of attraction within the setup.
Okay.
Inti baby omu be pie bia na omu bape na yehu so omu na eba no.
Okay.
Inti the fact that you are economically viable, you attract much sponsorship doesn't mean you are a better player than those people who doesn't attract those things.
Okay.
Inti I'm say Beckham attracted all these sponsorship, but he's not close to Rangnick within the Manchester United setup. Quality is quality. And mujina park so be ehu de mu betim de aba. And as I said, I was even surprised. Say Mbappe will call Real Madrid. I agree. Madrid betim no waka, Barcelona betim no waka just to project one player. But Karim Benzema even agreed to play a second fiddle to Kylian Mbappe at Madrid. That was another topic for discussion. General,
right.
I think Mbappe also concentrate on his game. Very soon Neymar, Messi will leave the scene and they'll be taking the Paris Saint-Germain dynasty. But for now, when those guys are fit, General, the last game on boy against Rene, Neymar started from the bench, Messi started from the bench. Messi Amubikra, the way he struggled on the field. In the last 30 minutes that Neymar by, and when Neymar stepped on the field, there was clearly who the difference between the two. He is good, but when those players are ready to play, he's not half of them.
And also you're worried that now, since my course ammonia concentration and ball, the Bia Mbappe, for the wrong reasons.
No, I don't have to be worried. Those things are part of the game. Why am I a repetition football?
But Rofed and Joe Cole and others, they are worried.
they are worried for Omuti or Musika says, Ska Omuti and the team and concentrate on the field of play. But then there'll be a happy Benfica again. Be who said there's a problem between Neymar and then Mbappe. Or maybe no training boom. Bako da fema bako koso bako nsa. Even Mbappe did not penalty no. Neymar was urging him to score on concentrating on share. Inti general oti actually now we see from Cavani to Neymar to Mbappe to Messi. You will be worried. But some of us there general actually game na yen wahadu. How we must try and manage certain egos within the squad. So your coach now here today. Also soon be free near my coach OP. The next say obi mo ade on antem ya kasem trainer untie wayet the OTBiano. The coaches should look at how they control the egos of the prima donors within the setup. And for me, it's a learning curve. The
Yempam players are almost hard dream.
You know, it depends.
Okay.
A coach, they be a kasa some way. Carlo Ancelotti will manage it, get you the results. Pep Guardiola will say, you are not even bigger than the Lionel Messi I coach. You are not bigger than the Hristo Stoichkov that I played with. You are not bigger than the Ronald Koeman that I played with. You are not bigger than the Romario that I play with. I will give different player opportunity to play. Pep will grant you the results. Ferguson and Becca said, you are not bigger than him. He will grant you the results. But Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti will manage the egos and they will give you the same results. Into of the two. But the point is that so coach can't have a player here no. Yes, a player anymore. And you are killing the talent in a winning. Yes, you can't you know out there. So when you to was here now coaches after retirement no more documentary. Half time and watch Giovanni Trapattoni and Matteo Lippi documentary. And you might see our dressing room and Santa Genoa. Oma ba be bobo no say omo ba out ba be kan yet na wo soro che de hu no ha na you coaches ne say players ni mu ade no Romario two boot Mario Zagallo our dressing room about na Brazil Liverpool game against Holland in France 98 say Argentina game na omo ba ni na da bia on the bench no Zagallo he was a World Cup winner as a coach and as a player. He was the first person our team World Cup as a player as a coach. He is the coach tipped to coach the greatest team in the World Cup in 1970. Edmundo Yesadi and Chileno. But you know, he concentrated and he played in the final. Unfortunately, Ronaldo issued in torment me. A lot of things happened in the dressing room. But the fact of the matter is that over parking, you concentrate, you make sure you control the egos and get you the results.
I don't agree with Andy Kemp that Kylian Mbappe is not up to the level of Neymar and Messi because he has been very good this season for PSG. And Neymar came to PSG the same time as Mbappe, but he has more goals than him. And Mbappe is also a top scorer in the Champions League at PSG. Okay, together with all the top players who have played for, ahead of all the top players who have played for PSG. Obi Adrian Cheno,
top scorer. Top scorer. That is only Boche Obi Adia.
Okay.
And is it you know football nka?
Ali men comment.
Okay, Matthias.
Obi no. Oh, Fufra because Brazil is champions.
Oh, yeah, games. Because of the time. Do you know Graham Potter is working?
Oh, you good.
They were good. Just after the first game. Oh yeah, but sana football here. Oh yeah, they will be up because
was AC Milan 5.
Yes.
In 2 games.
Yes.
5.
Yes. And the good news is that you know, the first game now area. The second game there was progression against Crystal Palace. Now he came to the Champions League, beat AC Milan by 3 goals. This is a Milan side that won the Serie A last season. This is a Milan side that have experience or Vegeru and a player tipped send a Okakofana this to 150 million euros for Rafael Leo or Momo Miensa. Midweek year, you know, on weekend year. For me, I'll call it a second strength Chelsea side. Almost Wolverhampton 3. And at the Giuseppe Meazza Sports Stadium in San Siro, Wasanko Akomomu 2. In the last 3 games, or in the last 4 games, was at 10. And our concede back up. That is a plus. So if you are looking at it from the defensive side of the game, Chelsea have improved. From baby a tokel ja any baby team ya baby doing. Chelsea have improved tremendously. Their organizational structure, their level of anticipation, their technical quality at the back, And the basic principles and the common first or defend Chelsea have been spot on under Graham Potter in the last 3 games. Midfield now pay a deal build now pay for control. And what Chelsea was 701 passes. In the last game against Wolves, they almost bought 591 passes. So look at the tremendous improvement about the range of passing comparatively. The issue about red card, you know, a bit play a major role, a bit play a major factor. But the reality, they say, when you end a game, the last few games at Chelsea, they are playing so well. And I think, say, you know what I mean? So, Biabe reservations about the red card and the penalty. For me, it was a penalty. So, what they buy a hard, there will be a penalty, no. But there was contact, player, and so and he denied him with that obvious goal scoring opportunity. And ye, okay, say softer, no problem. You can have your opinion just like me having my opinion.
Because all the bad hand one, because any penalties, because referee Kala also about the Bibia and Siniquaya. But Kala anyway, Bremen was it a penalty? It was a penalty, and a red card for denying the attacker an obvious goal scoring opportunity. There's nothing like soft in the laws of the game. He's denied the attacker an obvious goal opportunity, and that is all.
With no intention of going for the ball.
Yeah.
With no intention of going for the ball.
Okay.
Only intention be also or call for ball.
Aye.
But the person stop on.
Yes.
And it's as simple as that.
Now soft the flavor. Anna, who's a incident? Say any box room is here. And Abia attracted red card and Amboa.
Yes.
But yellow, the bit more attractive.
Sir,
and as a foul. But baby, see, you know.
Option behind who be you.
Oji foul. Now say a show card because the last person.
No, the moment I opened the obvious goal scoring opportunity, a red card. Yeah. You are the last man.
That's all.
And I go bobo nashe. And I hear o trimu no. Say Simon to me bobo ne sha anka referee ne here. You know what I hear. But so now so ni money na na o kan na tire no. And me am na nya a full touch of the ball. And nothing na man na je sa ball no. E foul. Fika to no
no e kasapa tonally. Was a ridiculous, embarrassing refereeing in Milan Chelsea game. Purely or say I told the referee what I thought of him after the Milan Chelsea game.
Yeah, me muso or referee no not inside shiri butu.
Yeah, no.
Or referee no can beat you and me say no kan.
Okay.
But you know, well this is coming from a typically oriented Italian side.
But former referee Cesare. Yeah. Also it's a non-existent Chelsea. It was non-existent Chelsea penalty against Milan.
Wow.
Former referee.
Wow.
Cesare.
These are coming from.
It's going more baby. Maybe I see it.
Yeah. I'm saying soft.
Well, you know, we can all share our opinions, and for me, I think it was a penalty. It was spot on. Chelsea did well, and to be at San Siro getting a good result because I'm saying no, I'm going to learn results. No, I think Mr. Graham Potter is on course.
Yeah, but after the penalty, didn't you know Milan could die, sir? Got a total dominance.
No, the one never.
Was it who teams only 10 men?
Do you know? Me so pa ma Chelsea Man City, Man City ni red card. Mo better to almost as NFL.
Adindra.
No, it is about the numerical advantage. It is about numbers. Do you know?
Me see who teams are
far and few. European football this is a coach awasa. And now say a big team, let's say Barcelona versus Cadiz or Hatafe. But you know a match of equals Jesus Christ. Or mo better to assess abasa.
Okay.
You cannot blame the Milan team. Besides that, when they are told to toe, Chelsea are ahead of them in terms of quality.
Okay.
And Chelsea, as Arsenal trainer just last week, now Chelsea have one numerical advantage. You know they will struggle. You cannot blame them. This is a Milan team. They be a boss Stefano Pioli Abaso, 2 center backs of Fikayo Tomori and then Pierre Kalulu. It is only Milan and a bit me uses as center backs and they did the Serie A. You cannot blame them. I think Chelsea did well, and I think they need to be commended.
Okay. Because Juve did so, but Rossoneri, Omo director, Paul Maldini, or say Omone Rafael Leao, Ebetrasi contract renewal before the World Cup. So Chelsea target.
Yes. And not Chelsea alone. A lot of players, a lot of teams are after him. And for me, I don't think he will start in the Portugal setup. But if he starts, so starting within the setup at the World Cup, Obesa increasing the price, Say, see, I'm rating 150 million euros, and I'm rating within the Milan setup. Now, say Coco started for Portugal at the World Cup. Portugal World Cup, I can say this is their 9th time of coming to the World Cup. Their best stage was A66 and 2006. World Cup no money. But I think they have a very good squad. They have a very good team. And imagine having Rafael, Bernardo Silva at the top. Now, about this particular game. Now, Betty Miasan performing at the World Cup. He will add around 50 million to his buyout clause. Into Genoa. Say, Paulo Maldini Kase. Say, see, I'm on the Babet National Marche. Sabranti and Betty threatened the contract before the World Cup. The Biachika say game na strategic, and I think Milan want to be strategic because Rafael once started first game, he can start the second game, or perform he can start the third game as well. He's a brilliant player and the exceptional one indeed within the Milan setup. And so only AC Milan a bonus or play Rafael out, you are good to go. He's a top player within the Serie A setup, and I think say Genoa say Paulo Maldini so I'm gonna bet na say threaten the contract man. It's a step in the right direction. But will he accept to extend the contract? I think so.
Almost before Qatar. All right.
He wants to move.
Okay. Yeah, other matches.
Juve and 7 there.
They
know their problem now. Almost say fine. Problem now.
Yeah.
Juve problem will be him say coach. Obi wait to be him say. Imagine Lelo Allegri and more debo offend. Inti no mutim ni inti member. So they don't know why till now Andrea Agnelli is still shading him. Because then look at Toto Sport, look at La Gazzetta dello Sport, look at Colore dello Sport, and look at all the Italian peoples. Obie Bonetti, I agree. Say Maccabi be General, this team have not won a group stage game in the Champions League in the last 20 years. It is almost there are games you don't need the instructions of the coach to win. Looking at the players, Juve won. But Juve a level of deep in form and their dismal performance this season. For me, I'll blame Allegri. And as I said, the only solution to their problem is to make sure they sack their coach. And yes, I bet to us, but we give it to the team on boy. They played well, they deserve their spot. Trade. Said the numbers are better almost stadium mono. Also mom here happy, also mom rejoicing because and I'm saying almost near Mankoyi. Against PSG they scored, but unfortunately almost the almost quantity is almost players and almost pages of Neymar and Messi and clearly Omunya. But again Juve they fought hard and Omunya the 3 maximum points are no more peso Omunya. So you blame Allegri for a game so and you meant me Ankoyi.
Kala is good when it comes to teaching us about decisions of the referees of late, but he wasn't like that on the field of play during his days as a referee. Samuti Echira muhunumuye chen se mujina park so anefi sunyai zungo o Kala wa he. Okay, yentu aso.
One team may deserve Abasobo. Benfica. Check their last games in famous venues. One of the European top sides. At the new camp in Turin and then at the Parc des Princes. It almost defend it, but next season too, Benfica will sell 100 million, they will sell 80 million, they will sell 120 million to the other teams. Because now and they have a host of quality materials around. Picking old guys are caught up or Bansade Pokakra. No, team nim. And then mass space on the field. Baby and Nema Bekobia Enzo Perez Dinechi. Nema interpret no implement class still. Nemranti, my Pampe. Now you talk about their defense too. Antonio Silva Sanchez, Nicolas Otamendi, Alex Grimaldi. Omonswa Mbappe, mass space in the crowd. And Pablo Sarabia was just a shadow of himself. And in midfield, Machi Vintina and Marco Verratti. Nti omo ama media agro at the Parc des Princes. Nti hwekwe omo fa so near penalty no. I think that sometimes Marco Verratti also exercises patience in most of his tackles because this tackle was just needless.
Okay.
But you give it to Benfica. Watch out for Enzo Perez next season. Any of the team ever call Benfica so permit for that will go for him, and you expect to pay not less than 80 million from the Caesar Academy. Nti je no ebe bo Benfica aba so say no mo de bono mo boy no match so mo deserve so mo nyai point.
When are we going to Brekum to chill? Watching live with our Mike X2 in a salon. Okay, Nidako and a way and so I pray. Nidako Kumasi Asante. Now Nidako say chilling, say chilling. On a mountain could have done quite out of the Gujina baby. You are no one's what they boss so come. What did you want to do? Ruth said, Danko. Rabbit. Who knew that?
Manum dene hodi nro.
Nro. Go guys had man away we cry.
Sir.
Nidako. Enwa dinako. Na no nwi no nam. Yankwe.
You know,
we decide and let's go. Don't worry. I take a decision. You will do.
Now to today's games. One group are interesting, not tricky. The Champions League.
Oh, na kama niji Shakhtar Donetsk on the Madrid game no.
Okay.
Yeah. Quite have goal no fast so by time by equalizer no and injury no so they see by and akwadana ne maame ne papa wu Russian invasion no na ehɔ no
a story like Modric.
Yes. Na Modric in Jesse come akwadana football football at DB.
You know, football, you can get a lot of stories from football.
Akwadani ni ne maame ne papa ewu Russian invasion of Ukraine no.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Na ne wira ho yemra Madrid etika no. Ne wira ho pop.
Yes, they don't expect that because
the Madrid Madrid there's a Shakhtar player.
Yeah.
Or no mum they didn't Jesse.
Yeah, but the stories are very similar.
Say
Modric so far in the old Soviet Union war.
Okay.
No? So separation by right around 1990. Oh, you jai Modric Mukroi, you jai Ukraine for, you jai Uzbekistan, you jai way no. And a Modric Inyan who for dear, but not could the baby out of the parents. Because the parents they one number be any sisters, family no one as Katobia in the old Soviet Union and Russia.
Okay.
And now Russia and Ukraine no and their crazy story no about best sync with Modric so dear no. And you wo yaka cray ko na wo fon chen e bia ka stadium akura ko ni a. But and you wo no so be a Modric ko na footballer. Wo no scatter no ba bia okoto no fifi as a footballer.
Okay.
And ne country anya no so faso. And general yaka Croatia, we are talking about a country football and male mobile bia. They also separated from the old Soviet Union.
Okay. And
then Ukraine chrono struggle another side. Also I suffer so much. I'm a this particular youngster about JC or Modric. So Modric said okay, not for JC man as a Madrid fan, but the man as a victim of the war.
Okay.
Because on also war in the Unibar street.
Okay.
And I want to say Yakra for Abba Street. So count down to 1990. Time I separate I'm a Russia. I can say Fahudi, also Fahudi. Be seen there. I can say the years down the lane and Yakra is so appear. General, let's see.
Yentie Shakhtar Donetsk, como sporting director, and run on in Central for Kasaka Krafa Kwadei ho, and the equalizer and by an effect in Jai or Abofano. So Yentie Kakreb. Okay, ready at Whitney, ma. I'm saying to go weekend and Silano effect. Okay,
I'm so proud of our team, and we have a huge future.
Well, hopefully it was a happy moment for young Ilya as well.
I've got to say, you must be proud of yourself as well. You got the young boy here, Ilic, yeah? Ilya. And what was the experience like for him?
He's a little bit sad as well because we didn't win the game, but okay, he will be with us like last game. I think that last game will decide everything in this group. Depend of course, we have next game in Celtic, but we are still in.
as we talked about before the game, he wrote to Boris Johnson to ask him to stop the war. So he was showing the way. He's going forward. And your players today, I mean, your players were just so good. First half was a little bit sort of, but the second half, I mean, it could have been more.
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
This man, koso akoda no, ojina ho no, ne ma me ne papa. Efrim, yentoa so.
After Zubkov go,
yeah.
He never thought Madrid ebitimi ababa. Clearly, was a Madrid for the journey, do my crack. And especially with Vinicius Junior starting from the bench, Karim Benzema, Eden Hazard was offered the opportunity to start from the left. But still, I want me and what said there will be any Hazard. No. And, you know, Omo Boge Muna Yebepon 90+5 after Vinicius missing. Sa born by or pin born far by Madrid for him and there was no one beating me about back. But with their history and their quality, so no more bonnet and ponya. You know, and Omoni Shakhtar Donetsk share me the Champions League in recent times, but just last season, almost around 4-5 at the Metal Stadium, and you know, Rudiger had taken in the final minute, and that affected our crowd because Omunina and Sanamado de beating me at Tekano. And look at the injury by for Rudiger. Oh
yes, Emran all playing.
Yes.
Just pictures in the
you know, Madrid are taking something out of it, and the collation in Rudiger and the goalkeeper.
All right.
You know,
yeah, I'm sure that the Nika crab in a fee. Yan to us on say alcohol there. You know, say what is it? Okay. Umpe. Na Marijate.
Me be afraid Ranum pay.
Would be afraid Druanum. Marijate only.
With the Fred no cook shimmy with the Fred room, I can't cry. We try, I may balance. Apetisi.
Put your petition. A Fred Drew, we are on names.
Say Cocodrew.
you are the sprite in the fantasy.
Into a dream map. What your mom famra, your tearful, into a dream map.
And the fantasy sprite.
We know first,
we are on names.
First day, second day.
Cocodrew, no chips.
First day, second day. No, family sort of no jersey baby. No,
just see our cousins here and Busa, a wooten. So, Nimusanoma, also the alcohol in Canada. Ratchet Paco, last old Otenica. Oh, auntie. So could Trevi Mantoka. Aye, Nippon organization, no, no fight. Nippon no organization, no. Now, we didn't mean the same or Ratchet Paco. What's in your baby's here? And none of them share them, but never I can do Nimusanum. Also, Trevi, a negative is a negative is a
got him.
We are so beyond a level. You know, I now could do fufu. Yeah, dear, you know, could you aka no catch them, Mamma, Ubisama, Mamma, and a kind of bona. There be in Piazza.
What do you know?
What do you could chaka, Mamma Carbona?
Ozun Jaza,
in Piazza.
Open to go
on Tedianis, one Madame Baco fan who could chance here.
Go to Kaku. A man about chance, who's a bit married be tribute grass. Your mom broke, Mabisia.
Madam,
that's all experience.
There be some men who my coba baby, but I've been able to do
the games. Right?
I'm not for trouble. And I a big game. And one. Okay, do job a crank. I cannot. I don't know.
Self-word, I say Irish cream, and I say wine. You
know, big game at the new Spotify new camp. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Now me can about group and how tricky and Bayern for the Omako Pepe Biagina and their level of performance in the group stage no match so no more Obebre and Sana. General, what in your shop?
You're picking one or two.
No, I'm only picking this particular
okay.
Now, so we share Barcelona. General, almost performance no losing to Bayern Munich, losing to Inter Milan. Against Inter, will be my Barcelona chance to win that particular game, but unfortunately, Inter defended well, and that prevented Barcelona from scoring. And to say Javi at the presser, or see game will be finals because Barcelona themselves went to me and just a game way there, and you almost be bread, so be me qualified to the next stage of the competition. Not just under Javi, Barcelona say called the second Europa for the second time running. That is unaccepted at the new camp. Until Barcelona will go all out. Unfortunately, there are a lot of injury situations within the Barcelona setup. Until almost say Eric Garcia beba no Jira Piqué benaba bebo because Marcos Alonso ne Jira Piqué the end there. Enfa ebu in the Champions League alongside Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez. Midfield way Inter to be a fit, but in attack, is he going for Rafinha Dembele again because it is not working? I would prefer Fati coming in for Rafinha to start from the bench and Robert Lewandowski at the top. Inter for him say, Nipa also almost sure in this particular game here Robert Lewandowski as they did in the first leg. It is Stefan de Vrij, Milan Skriniar plus Bastoni. A Jimo Mubeye to prevent the movement and the positional sense of Lewandowski and the supply from Dembele or Ansu Fati. Number for normal making sure some adding numbers. So Barrera, Cajal Nuglo, but the sad aspect is that because they are missing Massimo Brozovic, Henrik Mkhitaryan normal taxing his own yes in midfield. Unfortunately, he's not that type. But in the first leg, it worked for them. Barca to defense, not the best. But you know, they need to stop Lautaro Martinez and then Abrante Efene and Edin Dzeko. These are two players that have eyes for goals. But in such games, you cannot trust Inter Milan. Omu players, omu rising to the occasion, omu bet me. But you know, Inter is one team I've never trusted them, especially at that stage and especially at New Camp. And watch omu last games omu in the Champions League, even at the Ramon Sanchez team one against Sevilla, at the Bernabeu twice. Ninanko ye for my team a friend Inter, and the last time New Camp no, they lost by 2-1. This is a game that I foresee Barcelona going all out, and I think you know me would that believe when they say looking at the Barcelona here points no in the crucial minute. It's a game for Barcelona, and I think Barcelona to win.
Good morning, Sergio. I'm listening to the show right at Fosua Hotel's conference room, just opposite your studio. I'm marking UCC exams and at the same time listening to your indefatigable sports show. Barcelona will triumph over Inter Milan today by 3-0. Sir Afrikiko, Dramina Kenten Senior High School. Offensive, Unadibai. Sir Afrikiko, one here. Examiners, no chief examiner, but GP papers never run. When no market papers, no TS sports at the same time. I'm here no come mark you be a what try no go titino. Ye pa, we match mark papers na sana. After that we met program later on. Good morning, sports. Boss. You've made my day. We are listening to you live at work. We're watching you with my big guys, Mr. Tete, aka Amas, Mr. Kusi, Kojokin, D. Kelly, Ono Efri Jamaica. God bless you, King Solo. Anyway, every New York City, America, ma'am, and Abraham, we are enjoying your show. King Solo, Obaba Ghana Hano, na Nipa Eda Amenem, na Fiudi Kuja Boti, na Fi Wako, Okola da Ababe tu. Ba emergency si ayenga oche owo no kakra ba onwo so no gina ho ti baba na nipa dada kamram na fe odi kojan boti no asore firi adaka no aba hwusum na head e open home. Okay, yeah, to also at the amamo aminu there and we about yesterday before the game I predicted Fikayo might have a bad game because of his comments he made before the game that put him under pressure to commit such awful defensive error. Boss, here we go again. In this year's Champions League, always the underdogs end up winning the UEFA Champions League. Chat no ato sacking of our coach and Group E is a factor. Aminu there and the Uyaba. Okay, sacking of our coaches and group E. I say chat na sign to be say that Sandy go chat no. Etoya ni da kon ba studio me catch say chat no ebetu o mo hwe ye o catch them say chat we them too because I'm born neutral grounds yo. And it's okay.
Kadia go there.
Ni da kon ba studio.
Baby I came to
we out here. Me say ni chat na betu o na mo hwe ye. Ade we 79 kai pa yan ni baba era stadium. Also with the first leg in Amon Wagadugu and Kahon. All right. And I'm the coro. Okay, Maminko Marie Jata ho. Na me hwede Marie Jata enso de ebre. Kwame na acidity the way free for as Achrensia said, good morning. Football is getting out of hand. How can Kadiogo and FC Bamako beat Ghana's top clubs like Asante Kotoko and Hartlepool? Very terrible news. Okay, we now the Ifra Achrensia and so Abre. The next one, I say Amotega, Old Barrier off Kaswa Road, Sunset Guest House. Arsenal, my darling club, will play next season's Champions League. Hey, and the last week he said Barcelona was going to win. But if it was Nkugo and you saying same today, but it was Nkugo and you saying same today. All right, Odi and so Ebeka. Good morning to you all. I'm Marcelo from Formina. I'm really enjoying your show. Barcelona to Europe. It's a sure banker. Ronaldo is waiting. Okay, Intina de Oho and so no. Just Lord, Udifri Sunyai and Abba. Ose, and the last week you said I'm Medin Kai Aka Just Lord. Just Lord, a message, you know, and I try Guno. Isn't the Kepa and many situation getting interesting? Things happen so fast in football. We all said Mendy was just getting back from injury. That's why Kepa is in the post. But it's looking like Potter prefers Kepa to Mendy. As an African, I'm sad for Mendy. Darling boy. Anyway, if you keep course, and Abba. Marijata, a comment, it was a message.
Yes, I think sometimes they're so tough. Edema coaches, you know, general, player be our performing, dear club, you know, they are winning laurels. Now, our bum for especially we a rookie manager. They said the Grand Porter comparatively a rookie manager. I feel no sorry, so me can say now oba bench a winner in the form of Mendy. And yet just a winner keke. Was I qualifying the country to the World Cup? Now all of a sudden, the form not Yako. Now kept up for a long time, General. What China, I feel about money the goalpost. I feel all bought it at the top sides now Mendy at the bench. A bit tough, but you look at the two situations. First of all, from the manager's perspective, the confidence he has. What me, I'm at Kepa, I go Posima, General train no in full speed. And then, of course, and some of the cartoon Mendy assume because Kepa caught in a bench, you know, 1 year training, 1 prepare, 1 year ready, a opportunity to buy, you know, General better go Posima, the Chelsea. But and someone manager Grand Porter capture Mendy, henceforth, say, on my performance and because we all know your capabilities, your potential, but at this present day, Kepa is on form. General, no tester no can was him. Say, Mendy, it's quite unfortunate. 1 month to the World Cup, Senegal promo goalkeeper say or bought at your AC Milan. Nature say on this starting 11 or somewhere on the bench. General, we all admit say African continent we so countries and that's so you a woman mukesi pa ba kwa obeyi no di kan Senegal. General, Senegal no omu key strength mu defense. No mu defense so the basis of that defense no Mendy. Mendy unfortunately and a benchy. I heard some the Senegal and Africa for because in the tournament, especially the World Cup, and your Ghana and Echo, your Cameroon, your Nigeria, a African Echo, but quite unfortunate. No mum kept aside the indigenous empire because what bench watch it, what prepared, why you're ready, an opportunity in Abana about Betonis Reso. So that is it.
All right. Into Yangre, the brain, they never qualify.
Yes, General.
The unknown sir, then so or the appetition, the drew. Doctor no
requirement. Doctor no requirement. Yeah, General. I think say General, you share your blaster, yeah, na me can once more. Sometimes no, na opesi nya botre kakra. Na ye ko kakra because in me technical bench no. Na mo mpanifo so aka say bo mo chiche firi nso ase be ka asem ne kirewa. Echinye ya na nhye da eni hu bebi. Bo mo chiche firi ho be ka asem ne kirewa.
Fa denchem ho a.
Eni achinyi enye de desem.
Bo so na bo chiche kokonsa. Ana hadwin obi obu ho no obi nenam ene ye bibia bom obi twankuntu bobi ato so obi a jedi mi wa bi so ntisa
ene yenhwa semnum so mo chichi twantro de yenhwa semnum general ene metie George Boateng part of the technical team and somehow born a tougher kakra with ya colleagues joy for na semnum no general samne apwa and that's one of form
The NTA George, eh?
NTA George.
Okay. Minim say ready ready George Boatie.
Yes, General.
Okay.
But yes,
okay.
The last part of the statement, no, didn't know besino. General, me pese me shada aka ho asem ketua bi ha na oka ne nsem ni nyina wia aba besi so. O say, but the one that I think will make me personally a better coach eventually, because you learn on the job. You got the experience, but that can you also perform under pressure and adapt quickly, because those are the requirements at the World Cup. Okay. Now obe starting baby no the baby see baby a me di we no, and so we are general, you really need to understand say and somehow Jenny Kakra and Niema bring hope be breed Magana for, and as I said, you tea pressure and I do my technical team in the squad no so because preparation no general in yen do actually cry. Okay, preparation in do.
Enti me ye na what odia tuma my own. Na fi wa ma comment ho.
Right.
And sana kwa make about transit local stories no and so atwa and so. Na do the science tutor Chuba go senior high school say they should leave Chelsea alone because we have suffered a lot in the hands of referees, both locally and foreign. Yet in Yabia and yet say my boy is saying the truth. Akpete is good for the extraction of pigment. Oh, you yati.
Science for the river.
Our chess science. All right, no problem. Fine, but I make sure to say we buzaza unim track and say
unim chane u tisala kam kan onum kokokra fachiro.
Bra onum na da bia utwa bi da bi pensanda kono. But that's pensanda.
Esa na me trachne.
All right. Most money science teachers na, most mo wa na my mixture bi wo chemistry wa neko. Chemistry teacher bi. Yeah. All right. We must see here that we have to so de amam ba. Ena yene Alhaji Akambe Hatofok and so retrain komo kakra in some atudwa Hatofok preparation no eti say kwa make the other local stories bebrebe and so ba be kan ho monfa mo de emra na NCP kwabna bekwen programming ono so mz wentia ontimi enna o kwabna. I laugh like a killer. I laughed like killer this morning. Now Andy Kem is like a grada to you. Said you're holding his comment in his throat, even if the question is to him. Kwabna bekwen and every I say greetings to Akokono. All right. Bakwen say ocha pa ba misro dina ya mesro so pa mi misro me game ko ye sports ka na misro pa ye sports. Okay, ye ba sisi
from saying one Bamako against Waka. Do you think it should be
I think
that is the opponent now. We need to do things right. Joe, yes, general speaking, football baby, say do no, and do ye, but such results no, a disgraceful. Teams need Ghanaian clubs in Fimono. Kadiago, Bamako, one. Yes, Sati Yanko, and Yanfimu. But Uti the new team count or so, early days near. Or could be a short train there. They are home and dry. Or think Kwasan Komokokra. Look at Komokokra, saying, interpreting the same match, Banwan, you lose the game and minus 3 goals.
Plus,
so you sanction the film. Oh no, so it's sanction you are. It's a match, Banwan. And a match so for 50 match, I say 3.3 goals. You bet 3 points by my opponent, you're more -3. It's -3. And of course, no. I said it. Say the plan wasn't good. whatever the strategy has to focus on wasn't good. Time on Pamu coach. Anytime grandpa, even let's admit price or more appointed assistant coachness or the ability to grandpa time appointed crown you're wrong. No, you know, it just say plan, not plan in you. So plan or why you would have that game no on schedule. And was okay after Kotoko and the episode Pamo a word but your game is so important. Into who nebebem. Into Dana Bodu Kona no biurum. A Dana Bodu Kona na obiurum.
Remember, take a decision or how to folk.
That is the problem. I tell you something,
and
I keep on referring to. There's already a bad body.
Why no?
Because hearts do not have hearts. No, so some people running hearts for no. It's okay. The board, your management, they detached from the board. It's only been run by board members. How of course run by board members.
And the board management take his decisions.
Some you know, my good friend, the honorable is a board member.
Yeah.
My good friend Alaji is a board member. The board chairman board member. One board. Only like board members. Management no. Management level no yeah. Auxiliary staff. I mean staff are more different department. To say our friend Kwame Opai who has the communication, minimum or finance, say. But they are not people to decide to sack coach or bring a coach. No. You don't think you tell me say Opayado the best sack coach and as a finance officer no Mr. Edu another saying our friend on the best pamu coach and also be a high coach. It will be the board. Because they do not have a general manager or CEO. It's obviously a board decision. And I'm saying, say, Obianka say you can't sack coach. I mean, it happens. You can't sack coach. I have a different mentality towards this things. And I tell you, baby, everybody will tell you, even at Ashanti Good, one of the problems I had, no. The name Pam coach. I don't belong to that school of thought. No. Sometimes, matches no one know. And what seem piece also permanent what decided. Then there's somebody in place. So when this serious game there, then you can say okay, and then these people will take over. Whilst we better announce a coach in due course. There's no coach. But we catch them say plan the coach, head coach in approval of the appointment of the assistant. Say if the head coach in approval of the appointment of the assistant, this is the results they are churning out. Would they be happy with the results? Some say time, I wrong. And yes, but then there should be somebody to replace him. Remember one of those times, was it made it up and answer one of them? Herbert had flown in coach back home, Wabano Few, Kuku Hill, Osu.
But 103 live. Our Kessben TV, SO, Enkrane, important Hodina, Kessben 92.9. Say uko Go TV, Kessben TV, Go TV channel near 173, DSTV channel no 364. Unsa eka live and so yeah twaso. All right. Refikala kwaba.
Ya jo.
Oh yeah dear.
Yes I know.
Okay. Refikala ana efisu nyanzongo de ba say udi referee na oyesronko ba utrim after say we odwuma retire uchirense mudi akrojin ba wo nipa kroye na park so na ya bro yeah
somebody catch him say premier party my home center me koya me na problem that.
Okay.
But what
the premier 10 years. 10 years. Me busa no catch me say mo odi referee bajo. Odi referee bi anfa ne sanka no. Joe. And I'm so yes so. I feel you say no division 1.
Division 1. Maybe I come with second we share referee.
You say ya bro mo.
I'm running na ba ko.
Mo de mo nine.
Yeah. Be kwai. Sa kumpese.
Ya mo.
Masun kwanta ho. Say me koya me ho say me ye mramra. And also nya ho ne mra. And na FIFA dey aba ne say yamma football ntia say nya me say obi hope for nil. Now indirect free kick or no force will be a force a penalty as or German. Kawasa and Kobebiano. Namasa called the indirect free kick. Now, Papa Bija baby was a referee. Obaso BCC. You go back where I pass as so for my head. It's when I had the idea, Colana, they say, so do baby says, football ntia se na ye adwuma
okay
enya wo mra
na me ne wo chat adopɛ wo din nkyemu kakra bi eba nka ye kɔ Black Stars kakra asana aba Heart of Oak any clubs aka no news ahodo a ɛho wa ba die sense zuma me biom okay
yes sir
Fikayo Tomori ono any Mason Mount Chelsea any AC Milan game no na mayinti kakra
ajo say my opportunity and share nyina ma
okay
entino so kai na na opportunity na me share back the city na jo so we share say the city na there's no way say player now defender no or adwene bi so akwa akopɛ ball bi abo oni adwene bia na adwene nyina ne say akopɛ player no mu na wa twa no
okay
emra no so my ho kwan say even say outside the penalty area no say also obi jesimu every outside the penalty area na uduru inside na ujai ni mukra na enya be baby a ujai ni mu no e ho na je fa wo ma no so tia
waso
ni mu na say uduru penalty lines because the line forms part of the area and it's a unya do line so na say ujai ni mu no to form a e che say wa puli no and it's kwa bi aso no wa holding the Jason the bejo penalty.
Okay.
So they say now we should there you could see say the attacker no our advantage of ball. And I was starting pulling just say referee giant say be attacker no betimi. Any referee the first time we pulling up and go boom. And as I called the attacker has every right to go. So he has denied an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Because like one Sonny Mua, one-on-one no opportunity be able to be a Bama player nation. But what you say, one or force us over pulling a copy say, Ujai Mua, I feel dread, you know, say among for say, the one share. But you could see, say, was Sonny Musa, and it didn't about the attacker overstretched, who's a stretchy cross or ball, but a ball intimacy. So the referee said, the core duties of Barry hosting for a penalty. And
you who say what catching was so no. But for the usual word I'm trying to use soft.
Joe,
I think a referee.
The loss of the game, the only soft a bassa na you busa or referee no say. A day now, oh yeah, a babuamo be ajuatum. And untina a be a bedroom say soft. We see any part of the field of player, the referee will take a foul. Because what are we establishing there? The issue woman and say foul see ana. Say you need to say foul see there. Then I feel you have a punishment. Say you need to say hold you know. I'm a foul see there. After foul na there no yeah. Was he stopping promising attack or deny obvious goal scoring opportunity or denying a goal? Now here he has denied obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Okay.
Because and can be and just a one-on-one. Only opportunities will be tried there. Wow. So let's take it.
It is your baby outside the box.
Yes.
The foul.
A foul.
A card.
Card or Bemano. Obebusa who say, Sa a honum no, or stop it promising attack. We say attack no stop it, you know. We deny goal opportunity, obvious goal scorer opportunity. That is why my red card nearby. Say yes, idea, and then Kabianka on my card cry. So okay. There's a senka player no so intentional. Ekwe so kopa ball ni bia body a. But where the onya na dwe grass kopa ball ni bia bo. Na dwe na so ko stop player no mum. It is how membrane so ko stop player ni dia. Wo ho kwan say so man red card. O dey say senka ko ball bi. E na kasa foul no crash here dia. And can maybe in referee grab a kase o man yellow card. And I say be crank o man card ko be penalty.
I see.
But where the player has no intention to play the ball.
Wow, the DNT in the whole world. The papi attacking referee no. So or J penalties and show red card. Where Italian pundit and former referee Graziano Cesare or say the decision to award a penalty and red card for Fikayo Tomorrow's tough on Mason Mount was complete madness.
Joe
from the referee.
Joe say Embassy
or a former referee, Italian referee.
I say Entina Dan Binamo discuss what I say. A yes and referee time you back your poor match and post match. So they make no. You have a split second to take a decision. And then your VAR. Our more VAR room no or more opportunities on prompting.
Yeah.
But look at this. They all agreed with the decision.
Okay.
They all agree with the none of them because Nkai then and come back friend.
I catch and said, no way. But none of them called him. They agreed with the decision that the referee took. So, what is your problem? A Basana will be able to say no opinion. A be able to share angle the free, on the material. Referee, you have a split second to take a decision. And the amount of VAR say, so for say, if you are in doubt, don't whistle. Allow the VAR to take a decision for you. Now he has whistled. If there's a questionable offense, be a questionable idea on a decision, the VAR should have called him and prompt him. But none of them, they agree with the decision, so the referee was right. He got it right. That's all.
Kalabasa about Subium, Mr. And the Mzeni Mono at the as a Kessben television. All right. Yonko. No, so the whole Canada made me do.
That's a yes or yes.
Sorry. Yes, sorry. Okay. All right. That was over Coifa.
Yes, George Barton was screen so next man all about Black
Stars assistant coach.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Or by the experience kakra when you with the technical team now. And the problems and challenges kakra team will face ahead of the World Cup general. You bit me a
Think about it. It's common sense really if you think about it. At club level, you've got the group of players, the squad you've got. You are constantly working with them on a daily basis to instill a program, to instill a formation, a system, and a style of play. It's it's a lot easier because you can drill them on a daily basis. But with international level, you only get the players for a certain amount of days, and it's very, very challenging to get a group of players in that short of space to play the style and to understand the philosophy and to also know what their roles and responsibilities are. Very, very difficult. And that is challenging. And also because you haven't got a fully 26, 20, 25, 23 squad men that every week you are picking from, it makes it even more challenging because the pool of players that we have is huge. And every day you hear, oh, this one is now doing really well. You should have a look at him. Okay, I will. This one is doing great. Then all of a sudden, the ones that you are relying on pick up an injury or have COVID or personal issues. So all these are quite challenging. But one that I think will make me personally a better coach eventually. Because you learn on the job, you've got the experience, but can you also perform under pressure and adapt as quickly as you can? If you want to work at World Cup stage, World Cup level, these are the requirements.
Enti na we no uchrem saying.
Yes, we're highlighting.
Fanchimu ka kre bra na tiri wa ye hodwa me.
We're highlighting him bebre.
I was saying.
Or compare a club football and international football.
Okay.
I say club football there be a coach, manager, only players in the world. So bet me a drill or more based on a philosophy or strategies a person who use as a coach.
Okay.
Or per se player be na kotoneba because obi nya dia quickly bet me akọ kotonaba. But on the international level there, general Ed Dean said Ubenyomo, not just a 1 month, 2 months, and when you're impo, when you're mono, what I say, see, oh, be your personal issues, or be your COVID, or be a home, I don't know, or be your injury, and to mean that continuity. Now they are a bit challenging pano at this point general or prepare in a short time.
Okay.
Now perform under pressure. A basana is so tough say ubitimi implement it or philosophy and they will play in ideas.
Okay.
That is from the manager or your assistant to Otto Ado for your blaster.
Do want some kind of home. Wow. Okay. Good morning, Joe. Andy has started again with arguments and conclusions. And Joe has started to bring him back again, but he will not budge. Ha ha ha. Comrade KNUST. Unadiwe aba. Andy. Ayo. Yebeba nafi yede akari nyina abramo. Na ene Zek of Mohammed. Wow. Zek of Mohammed. I had to folk. In the program de bia. And then the birthday. Zek of no. And then Zek of Mohammed, the birthday. Young watches Zek of happy birthday.
Yes.
And then special day at the amount. The bit my card is Dankopon Koswana, Unshira Mo contenting. And my Omo day and Randy the Sikana Mope. First copy and can't home and far amount. na agan so so da no bi na me disika nyina ma ona so wa no agan a sila de bu ha na wa ho de no e wo fom. All right, happy birthday Zakov Mohammed. Me was a man cement sempeni for e wa ha you no want to drink komo kakra agan na ngasa wa ha on a dock and a buy some who ya there
obade na adum
ye de yakopon ase ayo dock wa me say for every and there na mo man
o nyankopon adum ye de ntia soronko e de bre we tiefo na wa bedwafo nso na ya mo ene adwuma afidikasi adwuma mo bo e de ma santeman and beyond no nyame anim nie so nipa se nyankopon hira mo pa
amen
na ye katru bia se semense ba clinic nyame adum aboa yen ama yarewa kese nyankopon na yensa so sa no ne adanse ankofu di no nya asem ketwa ti se yare bi to so na wo de chine na wonya ho pmasibra yese bra semense ba clinic aye kira kwan wa asokore mampon ye ne asokore mampon rural bank no edi nhwani mu se ufri tech na eba ufa asokore mampon ka osimesi wo semense ba clinic e ba besi wo yanim ho edan fita grass nko a bi bese e ho ene ye wo uba nyame adom ye umfidie ene lab a beka say state of the art se uyi konfanochi beka say mfidie ahodo nyina mo bi a ye untimi nsan ye ho emfa nkoma hospital fufuro bi a nyame aboa ye mfidie pa uba ye do befam na ye hu yade ye haw na enuro so ye de ma so ye de ama na se de bia ye ba ye no ye yare ba kusi ho na ya kasa afa ho ene ye kan bibi kakra ye de afa ulcer ho peptic ulcer ye won se nipa bebre na ebufa so efa sa yade ho na yade a se wan hwe ho ye na se chiwa wo bebre papa e ma untimi nidi eno so a ekom so de wa eno so ye buoi tina ye se wo ye ne de ni eno na pese ye tu hofo na ye hwe ho ye se wo ma ho kwan na se bacteria ye friend Helicobacter pylori e betina woni padua mu a obetete wo ye pa pempi no ye minimu ha abro ni beka so esophagus no omutimi tena ho ese prostaglandin na se niema nyankopon aye ne se emmo ye minimu ho ban abra di padua no betimi anya na ho de no obese no afi wo yam nso o say mokus line no nyankopon de adura o yafunu o say niema ano o hye entimi ha no oba bese no enu ti e ma ho kwan na uye obi so a uta kire o yam kompa eno so sa o ha o ye utimi fam if say o say excessive acid ebe dose woni padua na say acid ni dose woni padua mu a eno so timi ha pa pi eno obi o ha o ye adwuma kakra o say ma bre no akoto painkiller bi no anom uye obi a o te sa so ye se hwo ho ye pa na nye sa o say obetimi anya bi if say Ronibaga non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs enura ano ohye a yede kutia pains anase yaw ewe ni padua mu no enso timi gya ulcer ti wa anya ho doctor enkototo nuro ahodo nom wa bra bia wa ya adwuma so ho nam ye oya wa koto painkiller bia nom e ma doctor ntroma we go no trauma obe kire bra obenum akosi na etimi abo pepe afi so uye obi a onso wo hoi o de o se nsapa na wato mu ntentan ye ho hwe a enye isro titania maso fi se bia ono ma alcohol den pa de bia no onso betime nya ulcer bi ensentre ne de di ma hu se ulcer bi no wanya no de di kan low abdominal pain on fi osisi timi o ya pa den ti last week e ka se hepatitis ne se ulcer so timi ma osisi o ya pa osisi o ya den de se bras semense ba clinic ne yemfa lab no na yen hwe se ye bia ne ma ho aduro obi frame nne ese wa kwetia typhoid sa de bi okwa ne ama typhoid aduro enti oti o ba bi se ye ka se typhoid ne ulcer no ya na ne senchire ni bi sise enti se ne wa te sa de ne obekọ no akoye hwehwemu no ahwe e o ulcer ho okohwe na se ye ulcer no wa no aduro se over 1 year enti yese just say why a test ye ho ya so ye ho sa na just why a test ansa na hu aduro ye de ama ti so hu san senchire ni nyina ye sro tutumi kabra semense ba clinic je number no na friend 0240
0240
61
61
60
60
61
61
0240
0240
61
61
60
60
61
61
frɛ na gye mu nkyerɛmu na uhu saa nsɛnkyerɛnne nyinaa bi na sɛ wotena woto so na sɛ me deɛ metwɛn a complications ɛwɔ mu nie maka sɛ aboa no ɔha adwen paa deɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne sɛ obɛtumi ama anya internal bleeding ti wo sɛ wo kakra bi no wani so briw wo obi a uhu saa nsɛnkyerɛnne bi a mesrɛ wo a ɛntena woto so tutumrika bra na yɛntumi mmoa wo na ho ntɔ nyɛ saa ɔsɛ nko a na yɛhwɛ yareɛ biaa bi wɔ yɛaso yɛ hɔ sɛ wo deɛ yɛ diabetes sɛ yɛ pressure sɛ wo deɛ yɛ typhoid yɛse fabra malaria fabra afei awoɔ ɛna wo pa ɛntena woto so ɛfiri sɛ nyankopɔn nam yɛ so ama nipa bebree afa afuro ade nti na wote hɔ na wotete na wosu ba na afei wode nam baabi bebree bra na yɛnyɛ nhwehwɛmu mfa mu na afei nnura a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ma wo no yɛmfa ma wo na ho ntɔ na nyankopɔn asiesie mma ɛde agu sɛ mensɛba clinic ɛtwɛn wo mensu bra frɛ yɛn 0240
0240
61
61
60
60
61
61
na wo nso bɛgye wo ba na ho ntɔ
okay
okay
boss
I'm so drew so
bɛsɛ mede kakra bɛtwa deɛ me nua kan mu last week na me maame baako bae so wakyiniaa yareɛ typhoid fever chine no oba no ntia oba free screening bi no ntia se aso oba instant within 3 days ne ho ato no na se jo na me ka asem bi a share ni se on se no Ghana man na se wias Africa no se ye yare ye nyanyina ye amone ne yare tete no na ona na tumi hwe wanim o se me bai de wani ayi de ntobro ye de haba be ka na ho ato because na yare a ye indigenous to assassin yare a ye nim se we de yare eti ye hwe wanim create mi hu na se san ye lifestyle ye didie ye nyome bia ye nti yare bebre kwa yakoffa every amone na aba sa yare no se jo ebe di se metuma hwe wanim me hwe oketrema so na ma hu se o yare ye we sei enu ntiti na Siemens Herbal ye tu ye nwasi o se ye de wo ba yare ne ye obvious se de ye mfiti preko pen fe drum kan ye do be fa mfidie mu na mfidie na kire se wo de no eye wei anyway na ye hu enu adure de be ka de A1 se jo inshanka nyame se ye free screen ye adanse eni nipa a eba no na eno na me di twam se mesrɛ mo a mo ba ye mo time adru for review no mamo nchen se o menum adru obi fre oso wo no de review no onya ma fi se wa hu se ne ho atone pa condition o de buy no very okay ntino yare en e ho se wo ba na ye hu se adru ne e de count etu ase Siemens Herbal ye manage yare wo ho ye hwese o tie o ya onomo tiare ne kontie no anda bi e wo se oba me hu se ade e ma tiare ne ba ye no e de aduro ne kan etu ase se akakakra ye hu se o ye de kakra ne be soso amanako se o hu koje nso a ene ma me papa etu ase kranti kofie ne mom ko no de aduane we hwese sa lifestyle we unwura mu bio na aboa enkoma yare ne nsa ama enti na obi a waba ye ho e de ye nhyehyeye so aba for review eti ye futu obi a no yare kro de ba ye no enya ade a obehu ni bie Siemens Herbal ye juma no sa na ye di no ye number ni bio 0240 61 60 61 ye wo Kumasi asokore mampo ye ntie ni ye Kumasi asokore nya asante mampo we wo technique aboabo mfimfi ona sa aboabo achi o ba bia kumaka wo no ubenya ka o Dr. Mensa also ko Siemens Herbal Clinic no afa bia ba ubetimi so nya bi aboabo traffic light na se Siemens Herbal Clinic ubenya bia ba afa tech de o de osu besi o Siemens Herbal ani mo na o na besi akro pani obusa no ye ro beba ona se jo me ba be sore na o be se me ba no man ka bi de Siemens Vital Herbal mix agan no almighty de se me ba na me kwa na man ka na e bu me misrew yesi de bia nipa foforo ba krom e bia aduro no ni maduro no na hotedi ni agan eduro ni Siemens Vital Herbal mixture and the capsules na djuma edie bema wa ye mre wompem bema sesi eni wagem bema no kra ensori kra ana se enioma nkoye oba ne wo ko a wo de koto Siemens Vital instant onoma 5 minutes ebema ni muso sisi yare onoma 3 days eso hoto obi a ona ase twetwe mens oba o menstrual problem yenti ne bema ne oba nom oba oni atenka oba o menstrual problem wa kokko atena oswache oba ne bema wo de okwa wo so to Siemens Vital Herbal mixture clinic bia na se herbal pharmacy bia wo Ghana bia wram okwa so Siemens Vital na se agan oto afre line 0240 61 60 ye be chiro said you be see afana said you see because the order pay for manpower no ono no the order pay for waste ne de esesa ana wono ma yentie nie instant 85 number ne ni nkomo
All right. Sebaseba le na mo masipa na monkoswa na mo amanfo enso sa. All right. Yɛbɛto aso de amamo numbers no mo de tu dware mo frɛ na mo ne mo ani enkomo if Joe if Tony is Tao Mickey Sapawal is Aburia and the Newton is Akokono wow of Andy and Sir Franco Naro Ronald can come all the way every Accra and every Kala was good in officiating those days but the Dodo was too much Apino do every Bantima and so Abre when the one cause Skindo or Doma Hinkro Diana supporters no Udi akoti won papa Skindo bro the chairman and general secretary okay o monitor e Doma Hinkro ya cha woni omo monitor show ni na Doma Hinkro Marijata I'm raw
general so George highlighted these problems no ma who say yen susu pressure mra technical team so including myself general ya na ye hwe ye players na ho no na ye hwe the issues game after game na for etasi ya na ye busa question say even for the TV we can see this problem say recur quite often so after game no e dia na ya na ekoso your bomb machine ya wie until the next game or your boy there's a certain prognosis a fat game near breaking down departmentally now ya share errors so but for Joy to talk about philosophy and implementation first of all what is really the philosophy? Are they playing out from the back with the ball in possession? General, are we going direct without the ball? Are we sitting so low on the block? Are we pressing high or mid press? What is the philosophy with and without the ball? So he also made mention of huge pool of players at Ghana at this point. But there is a question. Before Otoado, players na bought blaster yenimomu Afcon. And then Otto those players are more minutes. Majority of the minutes available, those old faces na. So a certain Stefan Ambrosius, yenim ne born ye. A certain Ransford Yabua Yenimni Boni, Christopher and Cheje Yenimni Boni. These are all new guys that want buy into the blaster and 27 general they don't get to the kind of minutes as a someone can't no more. Now go back onto the board and let's talk about something from the previous games. You're visualizing seminar George Barton or Canon. You say, General, are they really up to the task? Because admittedly at some point, or say, because personally I am learning on the job. Eventually, yeah. As I'm see a real yako waka pa we konya experience no na all catch say ono de beboa ne pa obenya experience. Intina chese see also catch say to work and then perform under pressure. Edin pa, especially when you have a very short time. General, and I say at some point, obitimi friend Kofi Chere born homoden pa Bundesliga, we should go ma Freiburg. General, obisa so friends Kudus or Dutch Eredivisie or born homoden. So a banner no ya na the pressure so bromo. But I am asking a question. Apart from Baba Idrisu, our boss 6 Zemaye, whichever or which other number 6 and Otoad Mobile or Madana Didi Atre. Elisha also has been called severally, but he managed the opportunity to play. Baba Idrisu playing in central zones and my key problems, especially without Thomas Partey. And what I'm saying, Mayoka game no more body tia Barcelona no general, no Inigo Ruiz at the left, and Antonio Sanchez at the right, or Jibon and no Jim. So with Partey, Baba Idrisu is excellent for blaster, but without Partey. And George Martin admitted there are other times a key players in the injury. But general, at the end of moment who say player when you are with me about no more sticking to the old faces, the old guys. Yet enkoye, you who the playing idea, you who the philosophy now can one seminar. Without the ball, we don't see it, and with the ball, general, you who now can one sempa delve it much deeper. General, your problem. General, your key problem. Me pese be ko board no se na kia hwade ketua bi from games na ya ball previously against certain teams. So I told you about the low block. Ghana players are in yellow. And General City so deep air try some be preventable. And this was the game we played against Japan. We saw so deep, yet the ball got into your box, and we had to defend closely around the box, which is so dangerous. This is the 5-3-2 system on a low block. But a quite dumb at the mouth of the opponent, and we've been seeing it quite often. This is another problem. Yaja to me say a department is so strong and yet a bit established at the Ghana Blaster defense, and Midfield. general enya attack no a defense yet me for defense no ko na maka ho nsem baako mienu enan kakra ne adi ho nkomo. So the philosophy now George can want some now, is it a back three like we saw against Nigeria with a default man dropping deep in between the two center backs in Baba Idrisu, or back three like Salisu Juku and Denamate, which is the system so they are building. Are we staying true to the 4-3-3? Now you Baba Idrisu now all sitting behind the day you Kudus with that party no. General, is it a 4-1-4-1? What is really the formation, the system now George can want and the philosophy? We are not seeing that. But talk about certain things and let's talk about Ghana team in general. The team itself not consider a lot of goals. Say, oh, go through your goals any class or consider. At this point, show screen is to and analyze how many players and I'll drop it deep in deep defense. About the back line. We have about 6 players, 2 center backs, and the laterals, every single member so a player or someone who buy. Yet there's one component of your back line that play the whole line, general on side. I may consider this goal against Japan. So after goal, we may expect to say about working a lot. That is the other goal I has considered here Japan. We sat behind the ball. We have huge lot of bodies behind the ball. Yet, once a host the general anytime be a Japan for Nebano, a them. Now compare the quality of Japan to your opponents and no share in the group stages. Compare the quality, the components, the collective strength of Japan to Portugal, to Uruguay, or to a certain South Korea. Why do we sit closer to your box, with so many blocks, with so many bodies, yet a coin the more you consider brave? Now, analyzing these goals under Otuado, I'll take you to the AFCON. No matter how you consider goals against certain Comoros, and the patterns and the trends have always been similar. It means generally we don't go back to the old books to analyze. So the 2 defensive-minded players now drop into the box to shield the back line. Yet the scorer is so free and vacant. My general occupy now. Now let me take you back into the Morocco game. And Baba Idris and Thomas Partey, they were supposed to shield player friends Baba Rahman in position. But at that point at Morocco, Zakaria Abuka Bono, it was down to himself and then Baba Rahman. But fortunately for that Moroccan player, Thomas Partey and Baba Idris are out of position. Baba Rahman or Henfa also out of position. And the cheap and Zakaria Ejibon and San General Morocco Echo Cambon in the atom. Now Otuado didn't play the Morocco game. There was a problem very similar to Otuado days, So you pick the old video and then number 4 Otuado so there, and the patterns of how I consider goals, General Nina from the laterals, they get entry into the box, and nobody deals with the ball. So these are the problems you need to work on after games, But Ubusa say head coach in the ball game you are away, General, you are occupied. This is the problem. The time is short. Your large pool, yet you need team, they haven't been able to implement their philosophy. But head coach away, Dortmund say and Romani Sevilla nebo, Uncle Scout to Sevilla. So these problems, will be there. Nobody will deal with them. Apart from staying with large numbers behind the ball, yes, also consider from high line. Means you're by a loose ball, know how to recover. We don't stick to our shape. We don't stay very compact. And these are some of the issues that popping up with team. One, stay behind the ball, coin them on a high line, and also see a struggle. And that was an opportunity for Ghana because the lines, Central African Republic, as I also repeat here, so the third country are all share. When we have the ball, we have weaknesses because we can't exit from your zone. General Bonnie cry, but we have weaknesses because sentiment building centrally we've been occupied, and these are some of the issues away a team technically, tactically. So General, so for Kudus now ocean profile no analyze say ayas or bo area bay. Ofre kofichira fan profile na analyze kofichira or bo area bay. Thomas Partey busa say e dey na man function so well our Arsenal team no. Offer a certain player like Amata General, and then a man function so well. Our team about in Leicester, but the team no you win sa. Kudus be bought 4 snide amayas or by bono 8. The day you for outside in Qatar or bought 9 General. Sometimes if you bench the bar best support, but to buy her or a central midfielder. Yet we don't call central midfielders. Okay. These are the problems at General. Gideon Mensah in the club side, the role of Obebahano, they are a bit different. And General, Sir George Watten about out about catcher and said the challenges a dorsal time no esa and to perform under pressure no yana air We should all admit it. We've seen these problems. We've been talking about it. And at this point, based on the words from George Watson, I think we should limit our expectation on the team. No, now you're gonna
kakra.
Yes.
My fear ninko tu omusu bebrebe. Okay. Marijata yadasi. Now quickly, kwa Miki Checheku enso atrase. FIFA's decision to pay $10,000 daily to clubs whose players will represent their countries at the World Cup is a great move. Ideally, our local clubs should benefit from this gift from FIFA. Unfortunately, our Bet Power Premier League is on suspension, which has further compounded our players' disadvantage of making a Black Star squad. Also, this announcement should be a huge motivation for every Ebanier to excel against Bamako on Sunday. But I think FIFA wants to strengthen the finances of clubs worldwide, so our clubs in Ghana should take up by being very professional, and that can help them enjoy this package years to come. Didi, Akumadan Senior High School, and so the way are brave. Quite make it quickly. My Ghana clubs, you know, so we are hard to be a hard to folk in the TV. Now, I'm going to say $10,000 be a daily. Be a hard to folk.
Some for players in the weekend.
So
because after the World Cup, there was a chant tournament. Your chant group na woman so any group ketwa. At least we should have about 4 local players in the Blasters.
Because a quota be a who chat to Jose Omonko and performance.
Players now me I'm coming to base my argument based on performance.
Okay.
Of which I feel we need to give those players opportunity, because after the World Cup, those players will participate for the Black Galaxies or the Chan tournament.
May come you, but Bomudin quickly about what
Brighter J.
Dan Lad. Abiana Stars.
Yes, Dan Lad.
Asanti Kotoko.
Glass now Wako.
I had to folk. A free banya. Wow.
Me one came hobby.
One became hobby. Oh, okay. Okay.
Sikanaba intrana.
And yes, you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
Quite make it. Yansha local source now. One of the brain.
But General has a work and then one made a betuja. Sa head of CAF Confederation Kappa. Woman AS Bamako ebabo on Sunday. And then ewo pobi mine academy o. Womu send some trophy. Woman ye shemu. Nanyema womu kohu ye ewo Bamako. Ene matcha eba be basono. Woman de won sama wo dom e de atu yenim. Nti ene ewo eye has a work. Pobi mine womu eye some trophy nshemu. Na sabe na January hu se ene nam social media se eye Slavko Matic. Oye coach Sebiani wabe PM wo Ghana ha ono na has book edi dwumedie no eba be hye ne sa na papa yi ena je no other TV so Slavko Matic waba a waba be ye dwuma edi ama ha sa ensam ne chese papa yi betimi atena eye stance no mahwe has game a wo eni AS Bamako ebebo ye twebe has voko busa omo mpanifo busa omo se Slavko yi oba be ye dwuma da mahasana wo mo se omuntimi comment bibia emfa Slavko ho nanso papa na ba ya te se woni has na eba be ye dwuma
are different from the now name is so doti enam Kumasi Sports Stadium remember when kotoko sha
yeah
so oni boni bi
different
we are
derby
okay
we different
one Swiss
we different one
okay
it's genuine and when they say free has oba has about Africa the intima me fan so no pay na laja kan bi edi nkomo na ne nkomodie mu no e na o kyerem say has vote wo mu match eda wo manim abra wo mani AS Bamako ebebo no has ebe qualify has ebe yi AS Bamako free a qualify alaji akambi
media no one all I know say Asofo will qualify inshallah. No, in football there is a new said you call Bamako and yes they were extraordinary or they were better off than Asofo. But in football when your chances are and you don't make good use of it, opponent in your power now capitalize on it. Now they are winning the match. And that was exactly what happened. I mean, we were putting it at the back of our side, and then we are now concentrating towards this Sunday match. I heard the MSL say, almost 3-0. We are looking towards what is coming on Sunday. And yes, Coach Bodo SM, and also whoever. And then the boy, as he said, find some be baby when there is no any story. You get me? And to make
Why somewhere alaja can be what they atuja general saso de sosum se sabre and some no abetoja south of work e consider some kokofa e quote some bodu abano was saying no creda some bodumba namum has ekuta the best team ewo eye Ghana ye league ni mu dinti o chen say has ekuta eye players a omobon national teams edu enunte was south of work etimi yade ewo confederation cup no mu
stations. At times they know that we have more stories there, but anyway, media all I know is all our kind of meeting about it. 50 time yeah free a Bamako by social media, for phone calls. I mean I didn't even expect some of the kind of same comments that we were there. Obia Kotamagri, Obatima Kamagri. Which is perfectly, I have to respect it. But so many can say, look at Hasselhoff team for some years back now. We have 10 national team players at Hasselhoff, both local and foreign. Apart from the 6 we have here local. Lawali Mamani is there, Taba is there. Can you say your son or and your Linda? And he going one a bit more catch them say this particular team. Yeah, she team and we have a very good team. In football, there are times you will not get your day. And that's the way I see it. But nothing is impossible, especially when it comes to football. We can back also say a support here on that day come Sunday. We need to cheer up this team very well. Those that will do them I believe at the end of the day we should be able to turn this result.
When some general larger can be ono adia tuja de fa crash book boboko no ho ebre ne coach no ma membo so ntentem ma me fa mani enkyere eye brown for region wo mo so dwumedie sonko no ekoso ene game se ba so ne bechem united ne diana stars ene ebo sa eno baba so eda chena ene enhihye da ho eye bechem united ne diana stars sanso na insu atreman ene brekum chelsea wo mo so akensi ne baba so we matches awodo a wo ma line up a eboa se de beya eye liga akọ break no wo mo so betimenya some of the games no etimi edi aboaboa mo ho wo twe ba pada ne powder papa pa twe ba pada ne bi na UC we so twe ba pada ne bia usisi yare no ebekọ usisi yare problem na how no we use otwe ba pada ne bia ebetu ase ede amount when ya STDB when ya white na o menses ne mba ye koko na how pressure na how when ya ulcer analysis stroke use otwe herbal powder ni bi ebe solve problem no at the amount what you about powder idea a powder papa and no ni powder and nano pay make am for a day amount pokwa number nie pokwa se frɛ no insurance no ewu wo frɛ pokwa baby a wo bia no pokwa ba beje insurance no na wakwakoye a day amount pokwa number nie 0242 436 160 0242 436 160 obetima sende eye pokwa WhatsApp anase obetimi afre no insurance na ewu no wo kan insurance na be ne foforo no poku ape ene betima ya ma 0242 436 160 eno ene poku enso en number no Sat Herbal Clinic, Sat Herbal Center, Sat Herbal for Daruma, Omudi Ndwawo do ede abedwaso. Ndwo mudi aba no ekwani pedue ni ma ebeboa wie. Wo me de meso capsules aba. Meso capsules na capsules a eye bema na wasa wonom. Bema unu meso capsules no na ko ni pedue ni ma koboam ema ni obehie mu anigye ba ede emamo. No meso capsules ne be na emboa wo low sperm count no esuntwa emfama. Yesanso ede meso capsules aba wonya meso capsules ne binima ebeboa wie papa meso capsules no ayo baadro na satman capsules no aye bema satman de bema obeso bo adwuma na wanom na meso obabesia waso be nita aye meso capsules no ene wo se yesi wo yusu a ebetimi aboa yie papa January na FIFA edikata be the member associations ni nyina se omo a players awodo a bo mo besi akandema clubs ni nyina no bo mo ebobo mabaso because during the World Cup no and some World Cup no babaso sa clubs no ene prepare players no ema players be opportunity ebobo World Cup ni be and until World Cup no match bia ebobo bia na se day bia each player bia be spend bia and so our World Cup no asibia no each player ne sabeka 10 ne club ne sabeka $10,000 na January wo mo se sika ye betua ne directly into the club's account enya die ko eye member associations no eko clubs no straight no metia e de ama clubs no eno ne sisa sabre me ka say eno aba betodwa Ghana Football Association wo mo confirm se sabre enya dia ensem na mountain so se wo mo a confirm se wo mo tua appearance fee $100,000 wo mo tua bonus sika say e de ma eye place a wo be ko World Cup ne bi no wo mo se sabre esansem ne nya no kre because nkomodie no guso ekoso wo mo ne aban no edi nkomo amo gidie se October enko de wie de no metimi ewie na bonuses so nsensem appearance fee any ni power do a Ghana Football Association expect so be mo make it trip no metima ka ho nsem awie na afei wo mo de aba betudwa senke be ya sanhihye we ana wo metimi aye na January yento so wa other issues ma clubs ni be di complain akoma GF no January tienie clubs ni be complain say ebeya Africa no yentwentwen so ma clubs no GF ne ma clubs no MPP ye ansa ne akọ Africa no si enya break within 3 years and I say 2 years ebeboa am ye football no etime tumpon wey some of the clubs ni petitioner
per clubs ni di
okay me de be ma
gwase mo idame na when this has me
ba na kan enra ampia chairman na kan na Laka chairman Mr. Kujofiano and so aka say yema clubs ye GF ni suspend Africa for 3 years na clubs
ni Laka chairman
ne Laka chairman
so let me have the
mema clubs no e dia say yen consider niema yen twen ne yen prepare ye ansani akọ Africa no wey eye nsem a ekoso ewo ho eno ne nsem a ba betudwa ye to so other stories mo January
Ghana almost die intra
almost say enungwase ne dosun for the past 3-4 years akonyina no January enungwase nko and because of enya preparation ye nti yentine
Ghana enya ready for Africa
enya ready for Africa enya ready for Africa now nti yen prepare ye yen build the team for some time and sani akọ Africa on enim guase no edoso eno ne nsemo aba betodwa enso ewo ho na January me to so other stories ma me for mani nchem coach anowoka se de status committee na confirm ne wo me da betodwa se ruling no ebeba kotoko enso ni future stars wo me se 20th kotoko ni future stars samoboatin issue no 20th eno so beba Kotoko any tender FC wo see 20th and also wo me the ruling no ebeba abetudwa e de afa Kumasi Asante Kotoko wo mu guso prepare den players no ensemu a ye de tudwa se sabre wo mu gidi ye se e wo se ekwambia so wo mu tua wo mu sika de bom no sabre nkomodie ne guso a wo me ne management ne di nkomo se league wo mu gi ye ne de e wo se eye Ghana e wo se Kumasi Asante Kotoko management no e bo wo mu abaso
quickly we there kakra bi Safo Jamfi the black president and asma okano osi opeso kasafa on kakra bi clubs na ma ye ma omon kwa Africa na Galka ka ho asem ne clubs ne ka ho asem ma inti Safo Jamfi kakra bi se betu nya no dia so Saforo
Joe we go gu ye ni match no ja African Cup no ko
Safo sakabium
me say blaster musa kwajo fiano ni wo mo kan say blaster ye kokogu ye ni match wo African Cup no me say ye jako enya na tete wo musa akono edi wo munya de wo mukeka no u ko school no anya exam ta u school no anya exam ta u betimi akọ
animu
wetimi akọ animu ball no na wo say ye sisi eniema ye Debiano, what I shall say there. Joe shall say there, you see, you be a league, you know. Now, I can't want you be a league, you know. Now, I say, the teams, you know, almost prepare well. Dimunya omuna omate mo mukane de obiani omunya adwen.
Okay. Safo you better say no pay for. Safo je fina quickly o kan two this come. And also the nano tum kakra bi nditieti ado so che say Ghana Black Stars any national teams ahodo youth teams ahodo any ma teams ahodo any guase na omugu ye e Africa the world stage no aya ye nko bioma na na clubs no this asem no e ba no minim mrena kanusa ninyai ma kwame local source yin twaso na monchema dwika kra bi mfa nyina ho na fe yempeje
Blasters ka asem ne local team de bebe but quickly I think say Oras Savudem finance mo kayem some account has several times.
Oh, okay.
Blaster across 40 years without a trophy. Under 17, the last time was way back in 1995. If you are talking about 27 years down the line. Black Meteor, the last time we call Olympic Games here, 2004 or Athens. We are talking about 18 years down the line. Under 29 we are in Nguase Airport. Blaster, we had our worst spell in the AFCON. Bebianye inti so mo pese o mo ka dia o mo kan che se Ghana football yemu ni 3 years me fan che bebia
ye clubs on
dabi yemu ye football ni 3 years ye ntua players kaye se team o ba be league na uni a certain amount of money e o account ma ye ma mo because o me league ni mo half of a season ni ntua players ka e fe ni ntua referees for ka on time ye mpe bibia e betim dia manage bibia ni ye football ni na ye and your class and inquire because your class no you know your national team nyina be bia ni we ko ye be bia nko ye and it is not a situation as if Ghana football we are on ascendancy and we be ka say local clubs ngom na nya de be bia anye
okay
and your blaster and yesu as say coach kura ka tell say you lower your expectations it be bia anye and I've given examples and the last time we performed under 20 Yakoje World Cup in 2009 with Egypt and everywhere where is under 20 again in at the world stage. Away. 2009 be seen how many years? You are talking about 13 years down the line. It is not as if our national teams are up there and our local clubs are suffering. But beyond
Emma under 17 are starting for India. World. Brazil and Morocco.
Yes, I would.
1-0 against Morocco. Nigeria versus Germany. 2-1 against Nigeria. But at least Ghana forward.
Inti general, you born
it. Qualify ground call. But next time, on Besa could be.
Yeah, you born it dear. Say a casa ye idea. And ye, and penifona muda born and nina munko mu.
Okay.
Muko Congress and munko canwa ho. Namunka say you born ye. Yesika dason ye yentua referee foka. Yentua place ka. Baby anye. Inti ye mu your football for 3 years.
Maninka say.
Amanya dia nkomo bo World Cup.
Maninka sa. Oh. Yonko. Dabena ya analizwa yonko.
Blasters nya dia nkombo World Cup.
Yonko.
Enya na se kotoko so ne ha to mo qualify no nkombo.
Omo qualify
no nkombo ka.
Me pesa no pato.
Yeah. Blasters are qualify for World Cup. House of Folk omo qualify for the Confederation Cup no omo ko. Kotoko so qualify for the Confederation Cup no omo ko. And if you are talking about qualification, then Kotoko and House of Folk also qualified. But the fact of the matter is that Blaster na here can check your last 3 AFCON. You could do finals in 2015. In 2017, you acquired a day. In 2019, you acquired a day. From round of 16 to the worst spell in the AFCON. Yen san say you want to next AFCON, you acquired. Yen kasi ejako. World Cup, you acquired. Yen round of 16, quarter final. And you could go your one must at the group stage. See as I qualify. And to January, I sign. See you could go your free throw. Oh, Mickey, me and this person. You free throw. January. Round of 16 quarter into clear semi. And ye bar fem ma the worst performance some be go your home ma say poto. Oh, we are seeing that say ya so secretary dey a good play mu. Ya fan come line e Messi ni ku Aguero mo. But ye players on more debo war fem yes this guy we call say go your home ma say. Are we not going to the World Cup? So Kotoko has also qualified. But omon perform ye kwa enko perform. So the reality is that say kasi ye nya akodi a any penny for mumwaye na ye bo ni nyina ba bia all quarters mote $1 million some the year promotion for Ghana Premier League ye hu be si ne
54 countries or so war Africa hano emu say they call World Cup 5 pe Ghana qualify omo ko World Cup. Can you say omo perform omo nyade
you know we are talking about performance and where is the performance
I don't want to
no na kotokone has omo so in the Africa competition ni bi na
no there be no you
know we are talking about recent performance
omo
you know
in the same term
yes now has Ghana
Black Stars qualify World Cup
you know you qualify
you say some money will form because countries say countries by 50
you know what question I say and I may say what happened in our last performance at the World Cup young free group stage
but you qualify
no you know na kotokone has some qualification in the league no and I want to say kotokone has almost qualification in the league no and until I teams there were 11 wonders in Copa Africa Cup ni into kotokone has se Ghana qualifier almost qualification in the league no to almost qualify.
But so a local champions are money no Africa.
You know, we are talking about Blaster. Good. And I'm saying that Blaster, we also AFCON can't be. We had our worst spell in the AFCON. And we've gone 40 years without a trophy.
I totally disagree with Andy and Newton. They should know the Black Galaxies Chan tournament is totally different from the World Cup. If they are to call players on merit, a free Barnier doesn't even deserve a call-up to the Black Stars based on performance and goals. I'll be shocked if Otuado makes a mistake of calling any local player to the World Cup. They can never convince me that those players they mentioned are performing extremely better than those who are called. And Ghanaian players playing outside are also Ghanaians. The World Cup platform is extremely different. Michael Ababu, Eddie Weiba. Also players now Bob Budino. Omo nyadi enche omo amano ne.
Do
young come run a bit time
na me aduma Friday me back Gloria
23-year-old girl
me aminu so for George God's grace pankrono bese say nya nkuja
areho o say efiada
na me aduma
23 years Brunipa
do enya easy
na me bo achina Friday achina Thursday yen show na obia hu Gloria Sinu City na enkuja ma bibia nya kama eja no enya busuani nyina no mamu nyina no yakọ yese mamu yakọ pa so wow wala kola yisu too bad ye de besia na breaking news abejafo aba be fa konwa no yakọ ya adma wia ba bia e free ye beto aso awia ye de mu nyina se yensan hia awia akram